Honestly, the fact that he didn't die is insane, actually.
It's actually insane. He's killing it. Rather's doing some crafting. Can't quite use the gear yet. I guess he just needs one more level. A little train of pets in his hideout. And you see quite a lot of people in town, which is cool. Hopefully a lot of our softcore friends are having a blast on the Gauntlet. Getting a bit of a different experience from normal.
He's a dad gamer.
Captain Lance is making babies. Future Path of Exile racers. So I guess he's doing that. Can't stream that. That's why he's AFK. Let's check.
Not
Jung.
how I interpreted that.
Let's check Jung.
Yeah. Yeah, Jung is at that point now where he's just gonna farm. He has by far the lowest life pool of all the races at this point.
Yeah, 1,400 lives. So he might stay here for quite a while so that he doesn't get one shot by Kitava. Did Gazi reroll?
I'm not 100% sure. He seemed a little despair.
Throw him in instead of Jung. Nope.
Nope.
It's all ogre. It's all ogre. Terrence is live? Cool, we haven't checked on Terrence.
Yeah, we can check out Terrence instead of Gartha for a second.
Goodbye, Gartha.
Now, Terrence is one of the funniest rip clips in the entirety of PoE.
Terrence was inventing new ways to rip.
I wonder if I have it saved. If I do, I'm totally gonna play it.
So good.
Oh, I don't know if I do. Where is it?
PoE rips?
So I don't have a Terrence folder, but I do have a classic folder. I don't think this is it. I don't think I have it. I think I tried to find it, but it was like during the DMCA era.
So basically what happened was Terrence accidentally deleted his own character in a rip. It was so funny.
Yeah, so did he migrate?
I think someone leaked it.
Yeah. So that is probably the clip, but it got deleted.
Iggy just died, position 22 on the ladder.
Rip.
And Trua is going through Dominus right now. Dominus is really, really hard because a lot of the ads have just pure elemental damage. And the Dominus lightning as well is pure, like, getting hit by that slime, you're definitely back to the beach. Whereas these attacks, which are traditionally very, very rippy in the Gauntlet, that, like, machine gun attack is very, very easy in this one. So it's all warped. It's all, like, the LE damage.
Oh, MB Extreme's actually streaming the Gauntlet.
Oh, let's show it. How's Ovi doing?
Look at that.
Nice.
He's actually playing, I wonder if he's actually doing Duelist there, because he actually really likes Bleed Duelist. It's actually a very strong build. I know a few people, like Jung, I think Mathel's currently playing it too, or was playing it.
Nice. And you see he's actually farming here, although this is,
he's multitasking.
There's his face.
Down to die.
Yeah, it's playing actually a bleed build. No pierce.
Well, it's actually very strong puncture. Well, snipe, I should say.
Oh, I hate that MTX. It stresses me out so much. I started like dodging out of the way of it. It stresses me out so much. Absolutely worse than MTX.
Apparently, I don't know if that's real, but it says characters dead 9. Is that real?
I did
this. His character is called MBX10. Is that real?
Amazing. It's actually not too bad that he's in prison then. What a giga Chad.
MBX10. Oh god.
True? Wait, what's true? He's in prison? That's good. Rack's doing Act 1 boss. Oh, we need to see that. Did they do that?
Okay.
Amazing. Production!
Dang. If I got full screen, oh yeah, it's gonna work.
Hopefully it has full cold res.
Just yell at me if it's too loud, chat.
Popcorn is nice.
too low now. Okay, I'm scared, Chad. I'm scared.
I wouldn't say volume is like super important in these.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that damage, dude. He must have like decent gear for where he is. Paimo going down at position 40. 40 for 40.
All right. Honestly, he's doing fine. Rex, I think he understands power is,
Power is everything.
Yeah. There we go.
Yo, absolutely.
0 deaths?
Let's get some claps for Rax. No deaths. Absolute hardcore Giga Chad. Like, really, like, adapting really well to Path of Exile. If you don't know him, he's a Diablo player. Absolute Giga Chad. So he has a lot of ARPG
That's so
experience.
Cool. I'm impressed because he's not really he mains SC and he blasted SC, by the way. So hardcore is not necessarily what he does in PoE right now. So to just zero death.
Let's mute him.
Yeah.
Blue hoodie OP. Yeah, I believe that's the Max Troll hoodie, which is one of the Gauntlet sponsors as well.
Yeah, I know he plays hardcore in Diablo. Don't get me wrong. He's a Diablo Giga Chad. So.
Yeah, and also Diablo 4 doesn't have hardcore.
Okay, dude. Death Elixirs, logout macros, potato, am I right?
No.
No?
It's way easier.
Shit.
They're doing great though. I love that so many people are playing. I hope Darth is having a good time. Obviously he's been dying a lot. I don't know if he's following a build guide. Getting more of that bleed damage. Alright, let's go back and see a little bit on our lead, see how they're progressing. So let's check Ben, Karn, and Exile. So smooth. Ben is going Malagaro. The projectiles there and the speed can make it a little bit scary. You see all that overlap? They shotgun so much, chat. They shotgun so much.
What is Khan doing? He's got 1.6k life. He's so brave.
Oh, he's so squishy.
He's so brave.
And he's doing Expedition.
I gotta check his Wildwood, man.
No, he doesn't have anything.
Nope.
Wow, I wonder why. Oh, look at those projectiles.
I guess he never planned to use Buckskin. I think I feel like Buckskin would be kind of... Maybe it doesn't work with Bone Shadow. Because it like...
You hit yourself.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I'm surprised. Honestly, under prioritizing defense during the campaign can definitely lead to a lot of deaths here. You see, Exile is leveling his cast that I'm checking, I think.
Oh, Buckskin's enemy hits, so it would work. I'm surprised they don't use it.
Wow, look at that Jade Army that Exile just found. 76 life and cast speed. Wow, open suffixes. Very good item.
I mean, that's the thing with Pen, life is king. So having a T1 life roll like that this early is great.
Absolutely.
Magi has to be worth it. You would think so.
Yeah.
But
at the very least, like Bone Shatter can very, very easily not have sockets in the gloves. 30% increased life for no effort.
Bone Shatter actually has insanely high socket requirements. Probably even more so than the Creamer boys.
I don't know. I mean, they're the ones that have been practicing. Now, obviously, you can't actually do any real practice, but...
Khan actually tells you to get a 6 socket in Blood Aqueduct before you leave. Because that's that bad. It actually is that bad.
Oh, wow.
So...
Well... Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting if we see many like top deaths and stuff, because they are playing it so safe.
Being told to check in on Rise real quick.
Yeah. And chat, if you're just joining us, a reason for why people are playing the campaign so safe, even safer than normal, is normally maps are even harder than the campaign, but now, as a change, maps are super easy, a lot easier than the campaign. And then it just absolutely gets turned up to 11 in yellow maps.
So what's Rise doing? He's on a mule. I think he's doing some tech. No, I don't think he died. I think he's doing some tech. Can you think why you would want to farm low level? He's re-rolling. Oh, he was gonna farm Lab on the champion, but he got his gem, so he's already rerolling Bummer on Guardian.
So he's going Templar.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna do an aura stacking champion.
Yeah,
but
me
no,
too.
he's going straight back to the Guardian.
Wow.
Well, there you go. Reroll QT.
Wow.
I'll check an Exile back down.
We should have a bounty. How many times is Rise going to reroll during the Gauntlet?
I love bounties that do like maximum amount of level count, combined collection of all levels, the highest number possible.
They're fun. Karin got a Divine. Nice. Divines are really, really important in the Gauntlet because you do want to get a lot of metacrafting early on. Being able to do things like prefixes cannot be changed.
He wants your attention. He's very, So was there a prediction in this league? So unfortunately, I don't think there was for Path of Exile predictions. I don't think we had one this time. But we can do the occasional prediction here on the stream. Especially when we get to the bossing stage of the Gauntlet. So what is the end goal? So the competitors are trying to go for points. Now, there is a fixed amount of points you can get for leveling. I think it stops at 95. I'll have to double check that. And then points after that come from bosses. The bosses range from things as simple as, and I'll have to double check all of this, but things like Aziri, all the way up to like Uber Maven, right? So there's a wide range of bosses for points. So the idea is not so much can you clear the Gauntlet, especially this one. It's more so how many bosses can you do before you die. So we might even see a Gauntlet where we have 0 Uber kills and just base content cleared. It is possible.
That is absolutely possible. And if you're ever worried, like what happens if people can't clear, like even if all you can kill is like normal at 0, or even if you could just get levels, it's just about getting to that total of points before anyone else does.
Yeah, I think the very, very first incarnation of the Gauntlet was actually cleared through a Shaper kill. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very different circumstances, very different game at the time, but goes to show you don't necessarily have to clear the whole everything.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone's curious, what happens to like bounty prices that aren't claim, we do not in fact pocket that money. That goes into the core price pool for those that are like rank 1 overall, rank 1 witch, etc. So any unclaimed bounties will just make the main price pool bigger. Also, Vira was just reminding us that if we need to, we can take 10-minute breaks and take turns and stuff. He just felt like we weren't taking enough breaks, I think. And we can also fire up one of our other ads as well. We'll fire off a commercial for Starforge. And I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick while you do that. No worries. Lyra's always looking after us.
Man, this really is a hard gauntlet. There are deaths left, right, and center, with a lot of the top racers going down. And you know what always has your back in a hard gauntlet? Starforge. Will make you both ferocious and strong and be able to run Path of Exile at the highest performance. Whatever your needs are, Starforge has both affordable and top-of-the-line PCs.
Alright. Yeah, we have all those commercials pre-recorded from the sponsors for the Gauntlet. So there's some funny ones in there, so hopefully they're like mildly entertaining as far as sponsor segments go. Short and sweet. I'm kind of hungry. Is it unprofessional to eat during an 8-hour cast? Is that unprofessional? I know, fat. I know, but like... DoorDash. Unfortunately, I cannot order delivery at midnight in Belfast. Well, yeah, I can, actually, but it's legit just pizza. So unless I'm going to whip out a pizza during the cast, we just have pizza time. Yeah, should I just order a pizza with Ziz? Actually, Ziz would die. He's a very, 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 what's the word? Lactose intolerant. So he would just die. Like, it would just like breeze in his general direction, the cheese, and he'd just die. So, yeah. He would pass out. Yeah. All right. I suppose enough about me. Let's look at the gamers here. Oh, this is back already. Very nice. Very nice.
Resuming. Is everyone in chat enjoying the cast? Everyone having a good time enjoying the Gauntlet? Getting pummeled during the campaign. Is there no music?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just
just the timing.
silent. Right.
Do not rat on me. Do not.
Did chat enjoy the commercial?
Yeah, they did. They said short and sweet, thumbs up.
Lyra's yelling at you.
Yeah, to get food.
Steel wants food.
Can you get a food sponsor next time? Because then I can just eat as part of the spot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I do actually have like food sponsor offers at the moment. Should have gotten that for the Gauntlet.
This is hungry too, by the way. Speaking of...
Yeah, I just didn't bring any snacks. I didn't think about it. I'll eat after the cast.
Can you eat bread and chicken and coleslaw?
No.
Yeah, he has a strict diet, so...
Yeah. Factor sponsor? Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Yeah, I don't have anything you can eat. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'll be fine. I ate right before this started. Eating some shrimp fried rice. Nice. Steel works for food. Well, no, Steel is being paid money to be here.
Please feed me. Ben's actually fighting one of the more dangerous bosses normally, although without the fizz as extra, I don't think he'll have a problem.
No, especially with the damage.
And 3k life, my gosh.
Wow, 3k life at this point is insane. I don't think I can remember that. I can never remember a Gauntlet where people have had this much life this early. So you can see that people are really focusing on gearing because they really don't want to have to do the campaign again. So we might actually be seeing less deaths than normal during the campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've had this suggestion a few times. We might be able to facilitate that potentially.
What?
Getting some of the Gauntlet races to come into Discord and just chat during the Gauntlet. We probably wouldn't get Ben in Exile and Khan. I don't think, and Alk. I don't think you could grip them away from the PCs for 5 seconds.
Absolutely.
But maybe some of the other.
Imagine if somebody dies while talking to us. We'd feel terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Exile is in Causeway right now, right behind Ben. So you can see that they're like really trying to be neck and neck. And there is a what was the Act 7 Arcali one again? You had to use Caustic?
Tornado shot, poison.
Right. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for them. They can't really do that. But we probably will see somebody do that eventually.
Now, Aracali is one of the boss fights that does take people out occasionally. That multi-barrage and the Chaos Pin this tumble actually come into play potentially for the second time so far. Because most bosses don't do chaos damage. This is one of them.
Yeah.
At least I think it does. It could just be cosmetic.
I'm pretty sure it's purple. It has to be chaos.
I know that's my logic too, right?
Purple equals chaos.
Right?
That's how it works.
Alka's doing Kataba. We can definitely whip Alkaiser out. Goodbye, Khan. Goodbye.
Yeah, the Wildwood Merchants can only appear at level 16 and higher. I actually thought it was 17, but it is 16. Ben and Exile
took a slam.
Neck and neck. Oh, I didn't even see it.
It was 700 damage.
Oh.
So the fortify, the armor, he's a tanky boy.
He is very tanky.
That does less damage than it would normally for normal builds.
Yeah.
So he's just tanky.
Very tanky. So he's Ascended Juggernaut, right?
He must. I will double check.
Yeah, let's go look what he ascended, because I really want to see what point Kaiser took as his first ascendancy point. So he is number 7. Let's see if we can see what point he took first. So we'll have a look at that.
God X.
Poop God. There it is. All right, and yeah, he went for Unbreakable. That 8% of armor applies Fire, Cold, and Lightning. And armor during the campaign is very strong. Extremely strong during the campaign.
Aracali is lightning and fizz converted to chaos. Okay, so it does have a bit of chaos damage. Okay, we have Ben doing the boss.
Yeah, it's full screen.
Yeah, and it's totally not working. Classic, give me 1 second. No, leaking all the DMs. Classic. Boom, boom. Alrighty.
Oof. That beam did a lot of damage. Now, a really scary move here is going to be the one where she sort of like pauses for a second and blasts like multi-projectiles. Like that could be absolutely, that one could be absolutely dangerous. So much damage. Insane.
It's already over?
is
I
already
swear,
over.
the time it takes me to do production, it's already almost over. I'm trying. Okay.
This kid, it's just like a very high level of play. And see people like absolutely trouncing the campaign. And Exile is right behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So we're already starting to see both Ben and Exile just speeding past everyone, with Kaiser and Card not too far behind.
And our guys are taking down that Kitava. 52, by the way. They are going for very high levels.
Very, very high level.
levels.
So I think I haven't seen people be this high level or this high geared in a Gauntlet before. And we've seen a few racers saying that the pen is fucked. So I'm glad people are enjoying. Although I might make the next Gauntlet Rip Beer. We'll see.
Enough.
How's chat enjoying the rippiness?
The what now? The tool for swapping is a tool by Faderon. He actually does PoE racing.
Yeah.
So we have some really cool community members who have the ability, the ability to do things like this for us. So it's very cool.
It's very, very cool.
I've leaked it a few times now, so you can probably go back in the production and the VOD and take a look if you want to take a peek behind the scenes. Unintentional behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's very nice.
Oh, he's checking out the ladder. Oh, that's
that is PoE racing. That is production. We didn't do that. We touched nothing.
Holy.
So you can see the ladder here.
Yeah, Ben,
a lot
Exile,
of familiar
and
names.
Nordwinds. So that like archetype, that like Armageddon Brand Creamer Necromancer going assumedly they're going to go VD of Seething. Top 3, easy.
Unascended Witch level 50.
I mean, why not, right?
So we have 3 Necros, a Trickster, a Hierophant Champion, a Jug, Hierophant. And then an Unascended Witch in the top 10.
A lot of Guardians too, actually. There's 3 Guardians in the top 20.
Yeah. So there's actually like top 20. You can see a lot of different ascendancies. This is definitely the most build diversity we've ever had in a Gauntlet, which is really rare. And honestly, I was expecting less build diversity because it is so dangerous. But yeah, we're seeing a different like Guardian, Pathfinder,
Well,
Jugs,
to be fair, I feel like
Chieftain.
Khan and Al-Kaiser are like always going to play Bone Zone of something.
Yeah, so that's nice. Some
Well, for the
free
most
build
part.
diversity.
And then Jezzy, Jung Roan, he's going to play, he's going to D20 it and just pick a build.
We have a Chieftain.
Yeah, the Chieftain. Griffin. Yeah, very nice. But then other than those top few races, you see, like you said, a lot of that diversity. People are just trying stuff out.
Does Unascended count as another class? No. This is not about ascendancies or Unascended.
Occasionally there's a bounty, I think, but I don't think there's a bounty this time. For
No,
Unascended.
I don't think so. Dodgery Cesspool. Here we go. This could be a very, very dangerous one. Absolutely. Yeah, and Nick coming up on Arakali. And like very, very close behind. So Nick is 2 zones behind Ben. And then...
Interesting, Ben is EB, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So he's already kind of solved his mana and freed up that flush slot, which is very big.
Yeah, getting a Quartz Flask is incredible for defense, not because of the suppression that it offers, but because if you're running through the monsters, they start attacking where you were, and they're not able to hit you at all. Look at the damage.
Jacket Diamonds in chat is saying that apparently there could be some farming tech. We'll have to see what he ends up doing here.
Farming tech?
Apparently he's going to farm Cesspool, but I don't know if that's true or not. There's obviously a tiny bit of memes going on with between these races. They do like to say something, sow the seeds of dissent, so to speak.
Look, and with the multi-barrage here, Dodori is firing a lot extra of those bubbles on the ground. So you can see that. Ooh. He actually portals. Oh, someone just died. Asmodeus just died, and he is streaming, I believe.
Content for the casters.
Content window. We get to watch people die. Very fun.
They can't even see us rubbing our hands. We just.
Oh, we just did that for fun.
Yeah.
Now let's see what happens here. No, he is not farming here.
Not baited.
We got baited. No tech. And Nick is fighting our Kali and is about to go to the second one. He does put a portal out so that if something bad happens, he can just portal out. Ben is the first to enter the key. I used to pronounce that Quay.
It is Quay, right?
It is key.
It's Quay.
It's key.
It's there's a Q. It's
I know.
Quay.
I know, that's what I thought.
What the heck?
What the?
Baited for engagement.
There it is. There it is. Oh, he's online. Awesome. Mataki's gonna get us that clip in a minute.
Nice.
Mataki and Vira doing heavy production behind the scenes. Very Giga Chad. Wow.
That's
Nice.
that Archdem conversion, right?
Yeah. Well,
He's not doing Wildwood.
I don't think it was, because it dropped rare items too.
Could be a very stacked Archdem.
Yeah. So Ben's in key, and Exile is about to enter, and he's going to be doing Dodori now soon. Now, Exile is ahead on levels, so even though he's a little behind on progression, he does have that level advantage, which is going to come with a big damage advantage too. Now, obviously the big difference between melee and spells while leveling is that every time you get that leveled up in your main skill, you're getting roughly 15 or anywhere between 13 to 20% more damage. Obviously, like, the higher you get, the less you're going to get, but it is super huge, and that's why getting gem levels early is so massive. Alright, Mediki. All good.
What act is the key in? Eight.
What was it?
What act are we in? Act 8.
Oh, we're in Act 8. This is the one that comes after Act 7. Ben is doing Clarissa. She's mourning her dead husband. Patience is the key. That's funny. Are these top 3? Is that
I think
as
it's
you think?
Ben, Exile, and Nordwind. So this is the current top 3 if you were curious. So Nordwind's not too far behind. He's about to head
it's
into
pretty.
Arakawa now.
I'd say they're all between 5 or 10 minutes behind each other. So Exile's maybe 5 or 10 minutes behind Exile. Honestly, like 5, and Nordwind's is like maybe 5 to 7 minutes behind Exile. So very, very close. And they are all going for the same build.
I'm curious if they're actually planning the same transgem.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, I assume Ben and Exile, they are quite, they do communicate. But I'm not sure what Nordwinds is planning. And what build is that? So with assuming, again, we're making a lot of assumptions here. We don't actually know. They
Yeah.
could totally pivot, right? But we're guessing that they're going to play Volatile Dead of Seething. Now, the way this transgem works is it will detonate 10 Volatile Deads instantly, which is crazy, with the downside that you have a ball limit of 10. However, if you completely
Yeah.
ignore the balls, just don't...
No balls.
No balls. You still get that benefit from the initial corpse explosion, which, funnily enough, if you weren't aware, Volatile Dead has a corpse explosion mechanic, which GGG forgot about, which killed.
I'm in chat.
Ziz is raiding Ziz.
Sarkaban.
Oh, I think we did have a clip at some point of
That was very funny.
shenanigans.
That was very funny.
That was great.
Wild Zizaran.
Zizaran from Wish.
Amazing. No one forgot about it. True. Exile is coming up on Dodori now.
Nordwind is taking a break. So, because this is a marathon event, you don't necessarily have to sit at your PC for 30 hours straight. You can take the occasional break, as we see Nordwinds is doing. Nothing wrong with that. We're currently 4.5 hours in, to the cast, and 3.5 hours into the event. So taking a break after that long is very ethical.
If we need to, we could get a pizza at some point too.
Aren't you gonna die though?
Just order one without cheese.
Chad, is that allowed? Pizza without cheese?
No, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Would you rather die or eat a pizza without cheese? I mean, if you want.
I'm thinking.
If you want, we could order that.
No, I actually have food.
Oh,
But
okay.
you can order.
Okay. Well, I'm not hungry now, but I might later.
Yeah.
Munzurafun's first character to enter the Imperial Fields. There's the Phaedron do the normal prediction thing that we normally have, right? I didn't actually look this time.
I wasn't aware. I thought he didn't.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I want to watch Steel eat a whole pizza. I can eat 2.
You can eat 2? Not this time, not enough time. All good. And thank you so much for all the effort you do, Phaedron. It's amazing. Jung is in the Wildwood. Yes, sir.
See, that's the beautiful thing about having a competitor like Jung. He always goes and does something different.
Yeah,
he
I love
might be
Jung.
one of the only
It's
people we
amazing.
see actually farm the Wildwood. At least this early.
Yeah, I don't know if he's wearing it right now, but Jung asked if there was anything he could do, and I was like, you can hype up a t-shirt and make commercials for me. So I actually sent him a t-shirt. I don't know if he's wearing it.
Oh, he's totally wearing. I totally recognize that. Totally that that total pixel right there.
The color? Oh,
I mean,
we have a pretty high level death. No!
Oh no! He alt tapped to say hi to you. It's Ziz's fault.
It's not my fault. Sai, what killed you? Do you have a clip?
Zai, say it was Ziz's fault.
No, it's not my fault.
Say it was Ziz's fault.
He is wearing it, badass. Yeah, remember, if you guys are enjoying the Gauntlet, then you can head over to shop.zizaran.com, and we do have a lot of different
He says it's Ziz's fault.
t-shirts. It's Ziz's fault, of course. Here, let's play one of the t-shirt ads.
Good idea. I'm gonna actually get a sandwich.
Can you do the ad first? Because I don't know how you
Yeah,
set
yeah.
that up.
Oh,
It looks like sorcery.
I'll do the ad first, cause yes, also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you enjoying the Gauntlet? Are you enjoying the casting? Do you want to look cool like Steel Mage? Of course you do. Head on over to shop.zizaran.com and pick yourself up a shirt. We have printed ones and embroidered ones. If you're enjoying watching the Gauntlet, you can go to shop.zizaran.com and pick yourself up some amazing t-shirts. They come in both small or large. So we have something for whatever you need. Oh god.
Okay. All right, so I'll be right back. Do you want anything to drink? You want a Red Bull or anything like that?
I have water.
Okay.
Awesome. That's funny. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I'm glad you guys enjoy it. That's one of the ads ever. It is one of the ads of all time. Fuck users of Twitch Turbo for a reason. Well, hopefully it's an event worth supporting. Is the trans jam rule only for Ubers or all Macros content? So you can't, if you're like a competitor like Banner, Exalt, etc., you cannot use one of the banned skill gems at all. But yeah, obviously like you can kill whatever you want with normal skill gems. You just can't get points from it, right? So you can't, if you're killing a Zeri to get points, then you need to obey the rules. But if you're killing it to get gear, then it's fine. I love the Ziz and Steel casting combo. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad you enjoy it. If you can, Sai can... Oh man, Steel usually does this part. Oh, I'll wait actually, because Steel wants to see that when he comes back. Loving the old school PoE music. Yeah, it's good. It's in the tool, I already got it. Yeah, I'll wait for Steel so he can see it too. And Exile is getting that extra skill point. Ben is just like progressing at such a good speed. And Exile and Northwinds is keeping up. We see Jung as well. We can take a look at a few other people. See how Rax is doing. He is progressing to Act 2. Still not died. Absolute Giga Chad. Let's see Darth if he's recovering. He is going back towards Brutus, really taking his time this time. Steel's back. We do have the Sai rip clip. I was waiting for you so we could look at it together.
Beautiful. A snack, a Red Bull,
That's not food.
and Zai. Hey, look at what this time.
I hear us.
Oh, it was his fault. He distracted him. Classic.
Damn.
Boom. Almost got the log off. Almost.
Damn. Brutal.
Now, it might have sounded like Ziz was speaking English, but he was actually speaking an old ancient Nordic language to curse Zoe.
Ok, nå går det unna her. Alle går skikkelig fort i Gauntleten. Er det mange fra Norge og Sverige og Danmark i chatten, eller?
See, I told you shit.
They're all gonna die now. If someone dies in the next 30 seconds, it's definitely my fault. But most likely won't have such a coincidence. Darth is at 4 death counter right now, and we can go like put in some other people and see how people are going. How's Slayer's doing? Is Havoc playing right now?
Rank 1 Ranger, I believe. Goodbye, Ben.
Poor Ben.
He's gaming. He's an X6. He's gaming.
So this is the rank 1 Ranger, rank 17 overall. And honestly, it is very, very hard to be Pathfinder this early. So we might see a lot of people play like Champion or other builds early and then farm things like Taste of Hate and change over later. Now, honestly, because white maps are so easy, it does allow a little bit more than normal to actually play Pathfinder early because you can MF a Taste of Hate in low maps. There are quite a lot of useful uniques that you can get there. A lot of unique jewels, Taste of Hate and Fourth Vow, and a few other things. And obviously getting rings for a lore weave, farming a coil, a lot of good things you can farm early.
So why is Taste of Hate so important? So, I will do a little bit of a... So this is what we can bring to the cast. You ready? I will give you a lesson on Fizz conversion. So normally, the way armor works is 5 times your armor will mitigate 50% of that hit. So if you get hit for 10,000 damage and you have 50,000 armor, you'll mitigate 50% of that damage. Now, very important to know that your defense tooltip will not... Like your defense sheet will say an estimated value. That's an estimation. That don't mean anything. Now, a more reliable way of dealing with physical damage is to actually convert it, right? Because then you don't have to deal with all those icky calculations. You don't care if a Shaper Slam hits you or if a White Mob hits you. You get the same consistent amount of damage reduction. So what a lot of people do right now is they fully convert as much as possible, if not 100% of it, into elemental damage, and then it just works like res. So if you combine things like Coil, if you combine Taste of Hate, if you get Fizz damage on conversion on things like helmets and shields, you can actually convert up to 100%. And you kind of do need the taste for this.
Yeah.
But you can convert up to 100% of your physical damage into elemental. Then it just works like res. And the beauty of it is the game is balanced around having very little like Fizz reduction. And so if you have 100% conversion, you're basically immortal to physical damage.
And then to super min-max this, something that people do in Trade League and even like solo self-on for like longer leagues is that they will get the XR shield and they will either corrupt it or double corrupt it. Corrupting it single is usually fine because you can get Fizz's extra Fire, Cold, or Lightning, but you can get a second one as well, Fizz's Chaos, which does help some builds. But on top of that, what's normally very popular is getting a double Watcher's Eye. So with Purity of Elements, like Fizz taking his Fire and Fizz taking his Cold, and what that allows you to do is drop the Lightning Coil entirely and wear a Lore Weave while having that 100% conversion, making a basically immortal character to the normal game.
Yeah, I think we will see some of these, maybe not to that degree, but we will see some of these defenses that you might not normally see in a Gauntlet, just because I think it is a longer Gauntlet. Normally you just go for literally just some armor, some evasion, like 85 of 1 max res, because they can convert through a shield, which we'll get into the bossing tech later into the Gauntlet. It gets pretty advanced if we make it there. And obviously suppression, and that's it. That's really it. But I think this Gauntlet we're going to see that extra layer, that Fizz conversion with Taste of Hate, Pathfinder, the Eternal Damnation, the Transcendence. Like we'll get into all those defenses as we progress further through the Gauntlet, because they're not going to do anything like that in the campaign. It's not going to...
Absolutely, especially like a lot of these things need like Legion jewels. We're gonna see people farming for Lycia. Now, a really, really scary thing about Lycia is that the yellow sanctums are also going to have that 60% increased speed, making like, yeah, they can drop the relic for Eternal Damnation, but it's going to be incredibly rippy. So it's a hard choice whether you want to do red or yellow sanctums, because in the yellow ones, seeing as it's not really about your character dying, but you might be getting like knocked out of the sanctum with that speed. How long are you gonna cast this race? So we're playing it a little bit by ear, depending how long we feel like and stuff. But today we're most likely doing something like 7 or 8 hours, and that's gonna match up pretty nicely with people getting to maps, and they will be farming there for the next 10 hours or something. And then we've timed that tomorrow's cast starts at 5 p.m. UK time, and I think we were doing like roughly 6 hours tomorrow. And then after that, we will be playing it a little bit by ear, but it's going to be roughly 4 hours a day starting at noon. And whenever people are getting ready towards bosses, we'll try to ask people to communicate with us. We will be probably doing a longer cast whenever it is like boss days, but that will be more towards it. So a lot of it will be like updates and going through clips and summarizing what happened and stuff every day. And we will, I don't know about Steel, but I will at least be playing the Gauntlet myself as well. And trying to get through the campaign and just do it better than Steel Mage would.
If I don't do the campaign, I can just make up whatever imaginary goal in my head. I did it in 3 hours. That's the time to beat. You can't win if you don't try.
That's not how it
You
works.
can't lose if you don't try.
Even if all I get is Act 1 and you don't, then I'm better than you.
Okay, dude.
First, High Garden. No, it'll be good. It'll be good fun. And then...
I was telling Ziz, by the way, he should totally play EA.
I know.
Because he's not competing, so he can play EA. It's not banned. It's only
Banned
not
from
allowed to claim points for bosses. So he can totally play... Yeah, he can totally play EA. He's free now. He's free now. He can
probably
play
play
EA.
Stormrun.
That's what I would be playing for sure.
Yeah. It just looks so nice.
GG got one shot in Act 2 with max res. Well, technically, penetration, right? So
Absolutely.
you only had 60 res there. It's brutal. You just kind of need raw life while leveling through the campaign. That's why we're seeing a lot of these competitors having such a large life pool. You normally don't see this.
Yeah.
So...
Like a lot of people have been practicing as well. So if you're wondering how people are practicing when there's no actual practice league, what people are doing is turning on a private league with a lot of damage modifiers. And sometimes people are just refusing to res cap themselves. So they will have 60 res in order to simulate the pen and things like that.
So a different POV here from Tantiel. So he's known for totems, I believe.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing Stormburst totems, which is actually one of the better totem skills. I'm not sure how strong it is, but...
Karn is the first to enter Rogue Harbor.
Take a quick look at Khan as well. What is... Oh, wait, Khan's already on the screen. I'm dumb. I get... production brain.
No, you're good. Picking up a lot of those axes. Maybe he's going to augment that. Maybe he's trying to roll a new weapon here. They are like okay bases. It's the cruel base, basically. Nope, no rolling. And you see how fast everybody is with like inventory management and everything like that. And Tatantiel is apparently going for ball lightning of static.
Right, I saw Rise play that. Something about it like bypasses the cooldown.
Ah, very cool.
Right, he needs the transgem to play the transgem skill.
Yeah. 100%.
So I think he's gonna at some point farm that normal lab.
Yeah.
I'm
Normal
expecting to see some normal lab POV aside from obviously Ben and Rise just having to get it.
Just
first try.
getting the gem in the first try. And honestly, like that is the way to play the Gauntlet with a lot of things. Like if you're looking for a unique item, getting it on the first try is so much better than waiting and being unlucky and taking a long time to get it. And the same with gems and stuff. If you need to transfer your gem for your build to pop off, getting it on the first try is so much better than taking a long time with it. It gives you a big advantage to just do things early.
I'm just gonna do a little bit of casting magic here.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have a 5 link from Zhang Ron. So obviously there is some RNG in the Gauntlet, right? That is a thing.
Check him, PC.
And we are seeing our first 5 link from one of the competitors. At least I think this is our first 5 link. So we already have a 5 link. Not too bad.
Now, a lot of people also will be asking, and the streamer client has in fact been banned, so there will be a little bit of investigation into Jung here. Getting a 5 link this early is a little bit outside the norm, so we will be looking into that, but absolutely insane RNG getting that early. And especially getting it early 60 and stuff could like affect the race a lot. early on, because not so much that it's going to make a difference, but what it'll do is it'll make a difference to how fast you farm early. And look at those projectiles, and Karn is incredibly squishy compared to most other people. Both Jung and Karn being around the same squishiness level with only like 2k HP, when we see other people rocking 3k already.
Ben almost got one shot by the spears. Wow. I guess we should go full screen, but is it gonna?
Yeah, maybe we can get that as a clip to show it again if he does not go down here, because this is a very scary boss. A lot of elemental damage here. And now something that happens is that spare in the Gauntlet actually loses its normal cooldown because of the haste we put on during the campaign. So normally it has a 10 to 30 second cooldown, but the haste makes that bypass entirely. Wow. So that's why you see the spare coming out so much. So a lot of people is going to die here in Harbor Bridge, and it actually might end up being the rippiest thing during the campaign, because coupled with the cooldown removal, it is also pure elemental damage.
That's so toxic.
So having a Ruby Frost here would be very, very big for a lot of people. And you see that, oh my god.
He's terrifying. This is Ben POV, flasks up, get hit, leave.
Now, on top of everything, do notice that he has 3,000 life. And there are probably people in chat thinking my level 95 character has less than that.
Yeah, worth pointing out, you can say spot that from behind, so well executed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can't believe he nearly died though.
Several times.
I know.
So we have a clip there of the bang close call, and yeah, that is literally very, very close to dying.
I wonder if I can pause this. I guess not.
No, we're good.
So right at the beginning there, that initial spear that we almost missed there.
Yeah, I mean, his frame rate almost flatlined. So for those that don't know, that like frame rate is actually not being used as a frame right now. That's actually hooked up to Ben's heart rate. So that's just how excited he is. Blip, 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 blip. Yeah, that was definitely a crit. And like I talked about earlier, when a boss ability is a crit, the entire thing crits.
It's funny too, because Ben has that crit reduction bell. I wonder if that was
true.
the difference.
Oh my god, that actually might have saved him if it was a crit. Who's winning? I would say chat's winning right now. We're getting a lot of good entertainment, a lot of good clips, seeing a lot of deaths during the campaign.
Do you feel like a winner right now? By the way, it's a lot more chill to watch. I'm so stressed normally. This is chill, man. I just get to watch the content. This is, you know, I can do this.
That'll be great. At some point, we'll let you eat as well. I'll have like, you'll eat first. You can take the first food break, and then I'll take one later.
No. I had a snack. I'm good.
You don't need food?
No, I'm good.
Just judging and laughing. Good times. Yeah, it's amazing.
It's a lot easier, chat, to say, I could do that.
Another reason for why Steelmage isn't racing is because of the removal of the streamer client as well. Some of you might have noticed that he's been getting a lot of things off stream lately.
I don't know what he's talking about.
So, yeah. That is definitely part of it. You see Karn farming some Expedition. Expedition is really, really good in Gauntlets. And part of why that is so strong is because it's a great way to get item level 85 and 86 bases. Now, if you don't know, Expedition is something you can actually spam farm in white maps, and if your character is level 90 or above, you can already get item level 86 bases. And 86 is needed for spell suppression tier 1 on shield or on your chest, as well as like fist damage reduction tier 1 on your chest. So very huge to get those bases early on, but even 85 is tier 1 spell suppression for gloves, helmet, and the boots. Exile is doing lab.
Oh, we can watch that.
Oh, we should see that.
Right, goodbye, Khan. Alright, we'll full screen it whenever it heads on over to the fight itself.
Nice. There it is. Let's full screen it.
Alright.
I'll be over in a minute with that damage.
It's not gonna work.
It didn't work.
It's gonna do the thing. Boom, 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 boom. Alrighty.
Dude, look at that damage. It's over.
That's a bad thing, though. Because he has to do the mechanics.
Yeah.
So he's got to hold damage now. Oh god, he's buffed it a lot.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but he had essences in that fight, and now he's got the conduits. I'm not gonna go back.
It
to
is
full
mace
screen.
though. Like it's very mace is the easiest version of Zaro. The hardest is the dual wield one. So when he has the mace, he does not have the wind slash, making a very easy fight. The only thing you have to worry about then is you have to worry about the goddess barrage, and the auto attack is actually quite deadly.
Okay, so finishing off the X6 boss there. It is quite deadly with the pen, the storm calls, but
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna get. You can also cheese it.
He is so tanky.
So
Yeah, something you can do against the Brian King is you can portal out when the storm calls start, and if you portal back in and just hold your invulnerability or your grace period, that stage will just be something you completely ignore at a literal 0 risk.
oh, here we go. Please work.
Yay.
Yeah, so if he gets hit here, he just dies. By the way, but he just doesn't get hit. He literally would die.
And that is
instantly.
actually like one of the best strategies in Path of Exile. If you don't get hit, you actually take 0 damage.
Yeah, I don't do that, by the way. I plan to get hit. So
He's putting in a transfer gem of the same color. Oh, nope. He did take Blade Blast of unloading.
maybe there's. I mean, these guys might have extensive POB lists, so you never know what kind of pivots we can see. And it did the thing again. Okay. Why is that not everyone's strategy? Honestly, it used to be.
I'm a softcore player and I'm rank 1 occultist. Yo, that's awesome, dude. Amazing.
I always say the league that you choose is more dependent on your time, not your ability as a player,
Absolutely.
and like how you like playing the game and how you enjoy having fun.
Can you explain how Azara gets buffed? So it depends on which lab. Like you have different effects. So like normal lab have gargoyles, and on PoE lab it will tell you. But for example, on some you'll have to kill the mechanic to get rid of it. Like the gargoyles, if you kill them, he does not get the buff. Sometimes you'll have to like wait a little bit and click statues and then kill Azara while the statues are being clicked before they like rebuff themselves. Exile coming up on the potentially hardest boss here. This should be really interesting. There's a big chance that we could see a death here. I think we should full screen this. And you can see that he is standing behind, really respecting that. Now, Lunaris is not as rippy as Solaris in this fight. I think Lunaris also has like Fizz. Whereas Solaris is very Ellie. Going down so fast. The damage is insane. Wow.
I mean, that's one way to do it. Just kill it really quickly.
Wow. That was way smoother than Ben. Way smoother.
Full screening for this. What do you mean?
Oh my god. That's my mistake. I'm so sorry, chat.
Oh, sorry.
Very good.
Alright.
Wow.
Veil of the Night.
That's nice. You should wear that. There
Yeah,
are
for
a lot of
content.
lovely uniques you can get as well that are like really big. Like what's the, is it Joffrey's? Whatever the one with +1 on it. Like anything.
You
like,
should know the name of this. You corrupted 500.
I
of them.
know. Is it Joffrey's? Or is Joffrey's the one
No.
with, oh, Joffrey's is the summoner one.
Honor Home.
Honor Home, that's it. Honor Home is amazing. It's +2.
He
though.
only corrupted like, I don't even know, 500 of them?
Yeah. Corrupted too many, trying to get +2 duration. I got Honor Home in Act 2. Wow. Yeah, you definitely want to force socket that as soon as the crafting bench will let you. That's huge. Anyone in chat playing the Gauntlet and got any cool uniques early?
What's the coolest unit you can get?
I mean, it depends
People
a little
normally say
bit.
Gold Rim, but...
No, absolutely not. That's not even interesting, this thing.
I don't even like the 1,000 Ribbons because of the need for armor with buckskin, so I'm not even a fan of that.
Okay, so it depends a little bit what you're playing. Like, for a caster, I do think 1,000
A
Ribbons...
Cloak of Flame would be sick.
Yeah, but that's more like, it's not that good during the campaign. I mean, it is, but I think, in my opinion, damage is so big during the campaign because it lets you, like, basically skip fights. So getting one of the barrack rings or Tassalio's Sign is absolutely massive during the campaign. 1,000 Ribbons is good for that reason as well, and actually does come with life on it. As an additional link to Elemental Prolife is not like terrible to have for free. Crown of Thorns is actually okay early. It is 200, 300 ES.
Khan's damage is not too bad, by the way. Just
Yeah.
take a pick of his kill there. Pretty decent.
Absolutely. And this is like, it's such a comfort pick for Karn. He loves melee. Him and Alkaiser like both play it all the time. And sometimes whatever like might be considered, ooh, someone just died. Whatever might be considered like the best might not be the best for you, because there's nothing really that builds or that beats build comfort. Because if you know exactly what a build can and can't do, you have such an advantage over playing something that you haven't practiced a lot.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna say it. Yes.
Wait, what were you not going to say?
Absolutely.
Wait, why not? Have you been saying it a lot?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
It's okay. I think also this is a really fun. Hopefully chat is enjoying that it's not like super professional. I think a little bit of scuff adds a lot of personality to something.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole gig of streaming, right? The whole
Yeah.
personal, like, but this is real and live, and you know, we don't have like,
Honestly, I think too
Yeah.
much production value kills things.
yeah, scuffed is the name of the game here, so not too scuffed though. This is so professional. What do you mean? We've got the jackets on.
Honestly, the production value is still really good. I think it's a perfect amount right now. I wouldn't want it to be more.
I'm waiting for a wardrobe malfunction. Yeah, I mean, we're not actually wearing pants, so.
Yeah. So it is very comfortable. Steel's room is a little bit warm as well. For those
Oh,
that
we have lab, by the way. I can
Oh.
open a window if you want.
No. So Steel's from Australia, so he tries to like mimic that environment. So right now it is 43 Celsius in this room as well. So it is a little bit warm. It's gonna be interesting to see how Lab compares on the melee build. Look at that damage as well. Not as much as the other people. Oh my god, Karn actually taking so much damage. Not really like respecting that barrage there. And especially, that's the same as other boss moves. If that crits, the entire thing is a crit and you are just
And
gone.
he buffed it to
Yeah, he buffed it with 3 essences.
1 or 2. He definitely killed one.
Oh, okay.
He definitely killed one.
And Exile is farming the Wildwood.
Hey, there
and-
we go. Buckskin, I assume.
Yeah.
That's interesting. He chose Buckskin now and not earlier. I guess
He
his
has EB now.
Yeah, his plan was to go EB and then Buckskin, but Ben's had Buckskin on since level 20. So
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
interesting.
And I think Ben has quite a lot more mana, literally double of what Exile has. So he might run into mana issues now if it doesn't recharge fast enough.
Oh yeah, his shield's tiny. How come he has two? I need to do some deep dive, because the energy shield values are so different.
Absolutely.
So the chest helm. He has ES on every piece except for shield, and he has melding. Comparing that to Exile,
Does not have melding or
he does not have meld. He is 2 points off, and is
yeah, he does have mana issues right now. He's constantly running out of mana.
and is
Oh wow. And that could easily get him killed right now. If he does not have enough mana to cast a shield charge, it's all over. Like, look at his mana. It is completely out all the time. So he really needs those 2 levels. Getting melding is going to change everything.
Was DD banned to let non-ban players have a chance at rank 1? I think the choice to ban a skill, obviously I'm not, you're the man so you can speak for this, but it's to promote variety and interesting gameplay.
We always try to, we try to talk about the racers and see like feedback from the community and stuff to make sure that the racers need to have enough fun that it's worth it for them to play, and people need to want to watch. So the bans that we have done is what we thought would make for the most entertaining and fun Gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean, there was a time where DD was interesting, but it's had its time in the sun,
Yeah.
so...
Fun, don't they always win money? Yeah, but it sucks if people are only doing it for money. I think Gauntlet is always something that's a lot of fun to play, and that's why so many people
Well,
play
I'll
it.
tell you, it's one of those things where there's 2 types of fun. There's the fun you have during, and the fun after the fact. and Gauntlet is fun after the fact. Like achieving a Gauntlet clear is an incredible feeling. As my doorstopper, look, I told you I have the doorstopper. Look, where is it?
Oh my god.
I have this on the floor. It's a bit dusty, but it's my.
You should show it off and show people. So that's like trophies. We have done different trophies in the past.
Let me clean it first.
We've even like you heathen. We've even like done like an actual gauntlet.
Okay, here we go. So this is actually we have trophies for every gauntlet, right? So this is what this is the trophy.
So actually, if I remember, we do have one for this one as well. They are like all different. If Vira's here, he can confirm because I can't remember. We were doing so many things behind the scenes, but I do seem to recall that we had a discussion of actually having one this time too. But we had some issues in the past with production of stuff.
Khan effortlessly clearing the gauntlet, and he's picking up that amethyst ring, so very nice. I wonder if he's planning on swapping to the real ascendancy. Oh, there we go! He just puking in his mouth a little bit there.
He's saying, "Oh, I was a champion for so long."
Oh, picking up the impact and some. Actually, that's headsman, right? I don't think he has overlit yet, which makes sense.
He's putting in a Herald of Ash. Let's see if he gets Bone Shatter. Oh. Oh, wow. He recognizes everything. He doesn't even need...
I didn't even see what it was.
He didn't hover over anything because he recognized the icon of the gems.
Chat, I'm going to need some Pee-wee vets in the chat. What was the gem?
Well, so it was a Herald of Ash that he put in, and then he just didn't get any of the ones he was interested in.
Oh, so he just kept the Herald of Ash?
Yeah. Right. That's why he just X'd out. He just knew the icons, so he wasn't interested in any of them. And then if he hit, he would just go buy a new Herald of Ash. Very smart. Didn't see Bone Shatter go again. Yeah. Like, Karn definitely knows what Bone Shatter looks like. He actually, if you've never been at Karn's house, he actually has pictures of Bone Shatter and stuff on the wall. And he has a tattoo on his left arm as well that says Bone Shatter for life. So it's very ride or die Bone Shatter.
I asked Khan one time.
Running ads?
True story. Right. I asked him what he would do if GGG nerfed Bone Shatter. He was not pleased. He didn't even like me asking the question.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and people were asking a lot about Bone Shatter being banned, and that made Karn very uncomfortable. Why are you not shadowing first on the ladder guy currently? We are.
I'll be though. Let's take a look at the ladder real quick. So, Pete, look, I can do this. Like, I'm professional.
Professional streamer.
So, when the ladder loads, give it a second. We will see that Ben is totally.
He's totally rank 1.
Surely.
Surely. Yeah. He is rank 1. We are showing him.
Oh, so for those of you who don't know, Ben _ is Darky or Muns Over Fun.
Yeah.
He goes by many names. Giga Chad, Ben, Darky, Lydie, God Gamer, the Goat.
So let's see, if we look at the top 22 here, which is, let's see, we do see 6 Necromancers, we see 4 Juggernauts, 1 Champion who is now a Slayer, we have 4 Hierophants, 3 Guardians, 1 Trickster, and 2 Pathfinders. So actually, like, quite a good spread there. Quite a good spread, and people aren't that far away from each other. The lowest in top 22 is 52, and the highest is 64. So the difference between even as far down as 22 is only 12 levels, which is maybe just like an hour behind Ben at this point. It's very good. Like, people are doing really well. There are no Scions.
I'm very curious if we're gonna see Ben and Exile go for
Scion?
Syndicate farming.
Oh. Now I will remind people again, in some gauntlets we've had people that are like finish the gauntlet and then use that gear on a new character in order to win a second class. That is not actually possible in this gauntlet. So what we've done is that if you win one class and if you somehow finish on one class, which is extra hard this gauntlet, and you want to go for a second win, you actually have to fully reset your gauntlet. So do a full migrate and have that confirmed by me or Viro, and then start again completely from scratch. So that resets your atlas and everything.
Yeah.
So it is it is literally impossible in this one to win 2 classes.
Yeah. Now the reason for that is because it turns out that a lot of the progression of a run is done outside of just raw levels.
Yeah.
Like things like atlas progression, currency, unique farming, and the fact that you can just take the same build and put it on a slightly weaker ascendancy. So that role became necessary because we saw what was happening is some of the really overtuned skills like DD were just dominating all classes, and the top racers were able to just hop between the classes as I
Absolutely.
as I did one time. So that rule had to be made because it's an unfair advantage to have Ben just roll up on 3 different
Turn down
classes.
the music a little bit.
So yeah, the
I
problem
wonder
with
if
that
we can
is
just turn it
can't
down to
really
volume
turn it
control
down.
instead of on YouTube, because it's quite low on YouTube already.
Yeah, look, it's
Click volume control.
I mean this.
No. I mean, I meant your Windows volume control. At the bottom right.
I mean here.
Where's your...
It's on this monitor.
But that's fine. You
Oh
can...
yeah, they can't see. You guys can't see what's happening. Oh.
You have to click a different voice meter over there. No. No. Go back up. Click that. Yeah. And then it's maybe just gone to cable input or something. Yeah, there.
How did you know that?
How do I know that? 8 years of streaming.
Okay, I'll just put it at 50%,
Yeah.
and then I can turn it up. Just shout at me, chat, if I need to turn up the sound.
Ben playing out of the ladder? No, he is rank 1. Doing really well for a lot of people. I am surprised we haven't seen more high level deaths, but it seems like, and hopefully Chad agrees, seeing people really, really respect the ladder. Looking at these HP pools, we have never seen people so tanky before.
Yeah, I think that's worth pointing out. Like, we might not be seeing some crazy high level rips, but this is different.
Oh! Rank
We might not be
down.
seeing any high level rips, but
Yeah, guys, very few
Shabba-dabba-doo.
high level deaths. Boom.
But yeah, as we are saying, the main difference I'm seeing is these are much tankier characters than we normally see.
Yeah. Well, we can celebrate that death by showing another t-shirt commercial. I'm very proud of how they all turned out. Hopefully you guys like the short ads. I think they turned out pretty alright.
If you're enjoying the Gauntlet and the casting, make sure to head on over to shop.zizaran.com to pick up some merch, and you can look as cute as I do.
Oh my god. Damn cringe.
Amazing. We can go back.
Okay.
Oh
Oh my god. Oh no.
People cute.
Oh no.
Remember we have embroidered shirts and stuff this time is an idea my wife came up with. Nice. Dude, look at all those projectiles.
Oh, poor Khan, he's doing the classic thing where he swaps out one piece of gear and everything turns off. And he's like, oh my god. I think there's 2 decks off. The
That's
classic.
annoying. I hate when that happens. That was awful with tattoos.
were so nice.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what I was gonna say. It's gonna be interesting to see if anyone gets anything big, like an early lightning coil or early fourth vow could be very, very interesting. Then you have to really focus on legion, which you can get early, and you can actually do fairly safe legions by doing 2-way legions. Is something we might see people doing.
Take a look at some of our other class leaders here. So I believe we had, well, I'll just take a quick look at over here. So I remember there was Boys Lage over here. We had our boy Jung Rogaine over here.
We could look at SPB as well.
Yep, definitely.
He is rank 1 Marauder.
Alrighty. So we,
He's doing Krillem.
yep, doing the Crawl Lab.
Oh wow, that was very close to getting hit by that slam. Maybe he's too tanky to care. He's taking a lot of
So,
damage though.
technically speaking, I don't actually know if you know this, but Merklab is 68. Does that mean it's easier?
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So-
Merklab should be very easy.
yeah, because it
Absolutely.
actually comes into that Oasis mechanic, where by being zone level 68... Wait, does that also apply to Katava then? Is it zone level 68? Like, how does that work? Or maybe Katava's not 68, maybe
I'm
it's
not
67.
sure. No, I think it's 67.
Yeah. So it's just Merklab then that has this.
I think Merklab should be pretty easy and also doable to farm. And then for those that haven't seen, Uberlab is absolutely fucked. Absolutely. Wow, look at that amulet. It just got 70 life and res. Wow. But yeah, Uberlab is absolutely messed up.
Instantly puts it on. Oh, but then he has the dex problem.
5.
The classic. And he's
It's on
like,
his faster attack, so you can buy a new one and he won't have to get more decks. Now he's thinking about what to do. Is he gonna do undeniable to not need accuracy anymore, or is he going for untiring? So he hasn't like fully planned this out and has to make some changes underway.
well, that's the thing. I prefer a dynamic gauntlet.
I just finished a 200 milliliter whiskey. I've taken a sip every time you said absolutely.
Absolutely.
Do I say it a lot?
Absolutely.
Wait, I say it.
Absolutely.
Actually? I
Absolutely.
haven't noticed.
I think I've been saying it occasionally too. I only caught myself saying it twice.
I can't remember a single time I've said it. I've been drinking since launch.
You both say it a lot. I don't do it intentionally, I promise.
Y'all are gonna kill him. That's funny. Someone called the ambulance. It's been a meme 10 minutes into the stream. Very, very. Is this go to? Yeah, I feel like I say that more. That's very funny. Alright, that's a nice ring.
Fuck,
I'm
that's
surprised
baby.
he's actually trying to fit the decks instead of just getting a lower faster attacks.
Yeah, he's like actually like, what do I do? What do I do? He's molding. I
He
know.
just buy lower faster attacks. Oh, and Exile is the first to enter the Oasis. That is not the map Oasis.
So
You
you
see,
can
like-
explain that real quick while SPB struggles with his poor decks.
Yeah, so the Oasis is basically in white maps, we made it super easy. That's something we're experimenting with. We obviously do try to make each gauntlet a little bit different and a little bit interesting. So campaign is supposed to be really, really hard, which we're seeing in how much like prep and stuff everyone's doing. And then white maps is supposed to be very easy. People are supposed to be able to farm up because we didn't really feel like there was a big necessity to like mess people up during the campaign, campaign and white maps. So having something to look forward to, we thought was pretty important there. And then yellow maps, red maps are just incredibly hard. And the Ubers are very different this time, where Ubers actually are possessed by a Zeri. So that means that we might see people doing the Meteor Face from Sires while they're getting double Flame Blasted. I don't know how that'll work during Memory Game because we don't have access to actually see this, but it should be very hard. And those are not cosmetic Zeris. They're like very, very high damage. They are the same Zeris that are in the Valdos mechanic that have been killing people left, right, and center and sending people to the void. So very, very deadly version of that apparition.
They're not ghosted though.
We did think about making it ghosted. The reason we didn't go with ghosted mobs, which we did one, was that it would be a random ghost, and some are scarier than others. And we do try to keep in mind that we don't want there to be a lot of RNG. It is supposed to be very skill based, and hopefully most people feel like that the gauntlet is very skill based and not just like luck of the draw and what you get, which is very cool for an item item dependent game like this where things can make a big difference but it still feels very, very skill based. I think the only like big RNG factor honestly is Uber Elder Fragments is what it comes down to. Very, very nice chest here for MXL.
He's banking it.
Yeah, he doesn't have the sockets to use it.
He'll probably do a swap at some point with his links, but obviously you don't want to stand in town for too long fiddling to try and fit something in that you can't fit in yet.
Oh, and there are limited portals for a lot of the bosses this time. We were also going to have an additional 30 to 50% more AoE than we already have, but GDD did say if you want that few portals and that AoE, it doesn't really work because there's so many of the moves they have to log out from because it's a guaranteed one-shot move, and you have limited portals. So
By the way, I'm just noticing Exile's progressing already.
yeah.
I was guessing like mid-70s for progression.
Well,
but
so that's very different now. You do want to get to maps as soon as possible because the pen is getting increasingly scary.
I know, I'm just surprised to see, but I guess you're right. I mean, I guess it's worth a bit of risk to get through that campaign and get to that oasis.
Yeah, and this is exactly what we were hoping to see people do. But dying now is going to be devastating. Dying Act 8 to 10, absolutely full reset, and you will have to go through everything again. But farming here as well is very scary. There is a lot of monster modes and stuff, like the obelisks and stuff with 15% pen.
Did you see he actually ID'd the box too?
Oh, did I say absolutely? Yeah, I did ID the box.
Is that what chat's counting? Oh gosh.
That's
How are the
funny.
Diablo guys going? We can
Yeah, let's go.
replace Jangen's
Do a
late
little
for just a
update.
moment to see.
Check on the Diablo
I'd be
guys and
surprised if they're
Terrans
still
as
going.
well.
They are.
Holy Giga Chads.
Holy.
Death Counter 4. Oh, he's coming up in Merveil.
And Rax has not died yet. He's just he's chilling. He's just taking his time gearing up. He's got a falling. He's doing very well.
Oh, let's check MB Extreme as well. He had a big death counter.
I think he's on MBX 11 now or something.
Yeah, let's put him instead of Exile. And we'll swap back to Exile when he does the boss.
Production.
Left, middle.
Thank you. See, two eyes are better
Holy.
than one.
What's his death counter? What character is he on?
Well, I don't think it's 9
Character's
now.
dead 9.
I think it was 9 before, so I think it's it might be not 9.
Very cool. EA champion good for 50. It's more of like, it is an okay build. You do get Fortify. Oh, what's happening? Things to do.
I think I see
Things
what's
to
about
do.
to happen here.
Oh.
I was told-
Oh, he wasn't even safe. He's not in a safe area. Oh, he has to be really, really careful here because if he hits too many of those molten shells, he is dealing fizz damage and not a like degen or anything. He's very tanky though. 440
Yeah,
life.
I don't even know what skill that is. Is that Perforate?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen it in its red form.
I mean, it's working. It's gone for like super tank. Honestly, dealing okay damage too. He should have a large life loss by now then. Let's move Exile in for MB Extreme so we can see, because he's going to be doing the Act 9 boss.
Oh, here we go. Now, obviously, these mini bosses themselves are reasonably dangerous, but the actual real challenge is going to be that amalgamation, that carcass boss. Very dangerous. The balls themselves will multi-proj. They're kind of like piety balls. They're very dangerous. And then it actually spews this ground-based AoE projectile, which is the worst kind in the Gauntlet because those do overlap. So I'm expecting that to be very dangerous.
We also got some cool stats from production. We have a new peak of Gauntlet launch day ever peak CCV with 47,000 or 45,000. So I'm glad everyone's tuning in and enjoying it and stuff. It's also one of our first Gauntlets without front page. So even better. Even better. So I'm glad so many people are tuning in and hopefully enjoying the event.
That's very cool.
That's very cool.
Also, your viewer Andy, so you're banned in Quinstream now.
I mean, it's always exciting that a lot of people are enjoying the event. I don't think that's a crime. I don't think
Ban
that's
him.
a crime.
Ban him.
Is that people watching or people playing? That's just people watching on Twitch. We don't really know. We could look at, on the other screen here, the PoE racing ladder and see a fun indicator. Not that one. Just look at it on this screen, because what we want to see is the... Stop with the PoE racing. I meant the actual PoE ladder, because that shows top 15,000. PoE
Oh,
racing.
you want me to do it this
so
way?
I want to see... No, the pathofexcel.com. Because that one shows top 15,000.
Okay, give me a
Because
second.
seeing what like the lowest level on the ladder gives a good indicator
Okay, so I'll set this up. Boom, boom, and then, oh god, I am attempting to do this, but it's not working very well. Oh god, oh no, production. No, I got it. See, look, it was fine.
Yeah.
I had a blackout for a
And
second.
see here, the lowest level is level 5, so that means just level 5 characters and people that are chain dying early is 15,000. So quite a lot of people that are stuck early on. And you know, obviously, like, people have 10 days to play around with it and try to get level 50 and whatnot. But it's a fun indicator. If you're wondering how many people play the Gauntlet, I think the record so far for people participating, and we have full screen Excel here for this, but it's roughly, I think, 35 or 45,000 unique accounts with over 200,000 or 300,000 characters dying. Now, obviously, a lot of those do die early. Wow, look at that damage. And this is without over-leveling a large amount.
Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to have the damage to skip a phase or anything like that, so he is going to have to do the whole thing. So this is going to be very dangerous for him.
Very scary. Definitely a spot where we could see a death here. But he really just wants to get to maps because it is so easy once you get to maps. So if he's able to do the strongest strategy of them all, just don't get hit, he is able to just cozy up in maps and start grinding.
I think he almost managed to skip a phase though. His damage is
Yeah,
insane.
his damage is nutty. And he has such a good like awareness of the game and what's happening and when he can deal damage and when he needs to like focus on dodging.
Wow. It looks so easy for him. I guarantee you it's not as easy as it looks, but he's able to...
I mean, I think a lot of people are maybe having the experience that they're watching the cast and watching people that are in Act 10 and how easy it looks for them and thinking like, oh, maybe this gauntlet wasn't hard enough, but then they're actually trying themselves and just getting absolutely slapped and going
Yeah,
like...
I mean, that did look easy, right? I'm telling you, first-hand POV, that it's because of the shotgunning. If you make a mistake, you die.
It's a mute Excel stream.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I've died to Roas 5 times. Yeah, so it is very hard. But obviously we have had Gauntlet for quite a while now. I think, is this the 8th, 9th Gauntlet? I'm not sure. But people are starting to like, you know, very take it seriously and not try to rush. It is very much a marathon, and that's why it's also, people aren't staying awake as long.
We have a few clips from production.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did it +1.
This is Excesia. Oh, wow.
Damn.
That is a pure elemental move. So that is very, very different. Obviously, that is always a dangerous move, but now with a 15% pen, just absolutely shreked. Wow. It's just like, did I really die?
I'll replay the start
I was
again.
about to say, let's see that again.
Just look at the amount of balls.
Bam.
Jeez.
By the way, that was only like half of them hitting, so lots of balls to the face equals a bad time.
And then
We
this
have
is just a close call. But it must be really close.
What the fuck? Can we see that again?
I guess I can just do this. No. There you go.
Wow, I don't even see a health bar. Oh my god, I think it went down to 1 health.
I can't pause, unfortunately, but was it literally 1?
I think it's literally 1.
Wow.
Wow. Darth is doing Merveil right now, so let's go look at that. He is, wow, that is pain on his face. He's thinking like, am I going to make it to Act 2? And he has not seen the Weaver yet.
Oopsie. Alright, he's going for it. We can cheer him on, boys. Now, he actually does do very well in regular hardcore. I believe his goal was first Shaper. I'm not sure if he managed to take it down, but he got very far. He got into red maps. I'm not sure how far he expects to get in the Gauntlet, but we do see him taking on Merveil in Act 1, clearing his first act, hopefully. Now, he's playing Caustic Arrow with Puncture, a very good Ranger leveling build, although he is a duelist.
Yeah. And it is really interesting to see as well, because this like does really like drive home the point of how dangerous the Gauntlet is, because while they might be like fairly new to Path of Exile, he has actually killed Ubers and stuff on softcore, so these are like, they're very good ARPG players, and like it really drives home how hard it is for a lot of people.
Yeah, now worth pointing out, the first build he attempted the Gauntlet with was Shield Crush, which is basically as melee as it gets. He very quickly changed his mind and went full range bow just to just because he's terrified. You know, you don't want to be anywhere near these monsters. You can see he's trying to go as far away as possible. Like, don't go near me. Go away. Get away from me. But he seems to be handling it fine.
Absolutely. I mean, phase 1 going down very nicely here. He hasn't taken a lot of damage either, so he's been focusing a lot on his tank. Definitely cold rest capped, putting him at 60% cold rest because of the 15% pen. And does have to be very, very scared here. Both the Banshee Scream and those geysers of water pillars coming up.
She does have a shotgun. Yeah. I wonder if he's going to eat one. So
that definitely could one-shot him. Oof.
Well, nah,
if that crits, he's gone.
Nah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
It is only a 5% chance per ability that it crits. I almost got one shot from Morel with cold rest cap. Yeah. The very scary thing here, the scariest thing right now is the red exploders coming up and him maybe not killing them is a very, very easy way to go because all of them exploding at the same time with the 15% pen is crazy. But you can see that he is like taking them out and the Mirage Archer is aiming them down as well without him having to even think about it. And Morel goes down. Absolute giga chat.
After 4 deaths, so he yeah, he's very happy with himself. He's very happy. Alright, very nice. Good job, good job, good job. Alright, let's take a look at some of our leaders here.
And Exile is most likely going to go a early Merklab. He might also choose to literally farm Merklab, not only to get Transfigured Gems and maybe like backup ones as well, but is just a really good source of gear and it's incredibly easy. 10% suppression chest.
I used to have a bit of a bad mindset.
Wow, that shield.
I used to always say that suppression is only good when you have 100% because then it's reliable. But when you're not capped suppression, you still get a lot of survivability through EHP, just in terms of multi-hits. Things like Skelly Mages, for example, are going to be completely lethal. And getting a bit of spell suppression early turns out to be very good. Especially if you have access to that lucky spell suppression mastery. Having that 50% bump it up to an average of 75 is going to handle those Skelly Mages very well. And it might not protect you against an Aziri Flame Blast, but just don't do Aziri, right? Just avoid big spell one-shots.
Absolutely.
To still have a booster seat? No, I did think about having a pillow for the Tushy, but...
We're like the same height where we're sitting.
Yeah.
How's hunching a bit? So we are actually sitting on like fairly uncomfortable chairs because we just don't have enough room to...
we're extremely cozy.
Yeah, we don't have enough room to have the proper chairs that we brought over.
Yeah.
So we're sitting on like literal kitchen chairs.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
It's way worse than I thought it would be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's awful.
Oh, my Tushy's alright.
Oh, I hate it. I might bring a pillow tomorrow.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. There's probably enough room for you, at least.
It's fine.
So
we suffer together. Yeah, I could actually easily have a chair.
I think it's because I got built-in cushion.
Yeah. Thank you for making this happen. You're very welcome. And honestly, you guys are a big part of it too. Like, we couldn't do this without people watching and tuning in.
Yeah, I always say, as much as it is an event for the races, it's also an event for you guys, the spectators. You guys make this happen. This would not happen without, you guys watching. So. And
our sponsors. We can fire up an ad for... Let's do another displayed ad.
Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Gauntlet. Make sure you check out the displayed bounties, especially the This Plate displayed bounty. And as another way to support the Gauntlet and everything that we're doing, we have displays and loads of different custom gauntlets. So make sure you check them out. It's a great way to support. And the link is down below in the description.
Alright.
They're very tasty as well. We can't eat them yet.
Well, you can try.
You can try. All right, that was pretty good.
He's in Merklab, by the way, but like I said,
absolutely.
it is an oasis, right? So,
absolutely. Fuck. I'm noticing it now.
Plus
I'm
one.
noticing it now.
Plus one.
Oh no. We need an absolute emo.
Absolutely.
I wonder if we can get Orange to cook one up fast.
All right. Well, Exile's taking it on, but it should be pretty safe now. So I wish I had like an image of all the mods. I can probably find one somewhere, but the mods have actually gone down in difficulty now. So for the first time in Golden
Look
history,
how slow he is.
yeah, it doesn't go up in difficulty; it goes down. So the campaign being the much harder thing to handle, and then white maps going all the way back down to something more reasonable. Still insanely dangerous. Don't get me wrong. Like this is like if you had 4 damage mods on a map, but it's still
Totally.
less than having the penetration on there. Maybe it's on your website.
No. Oh, maybe.
I feel like you
Misery Gauntlet. Click it.
yeah,
Yeah.
you do. No, maybe I can like. Yeah, I wouldn't mind just showing real quick. Although I'm gonna have to do it this
Just
way.
copy paste it.
You mean make it like a thing here on the thing?
No. It's not a bad idea either, but
Yeah, I'll just do it here. Super scuff style.
that's alright.
Okay, production. So, oh my god, it did the thing again.
It did the thing. I wonder why that happens and if we can fix it for tomorrow.
Well, technically,
That's the one you want to show, right?
no, I technically want the. I think this is it. Yeah.
So here you can see the campaign modifiers is monsters take 30% less damage, making them tankier, they deal 30% more damage, and they're 30% faster, fire 2 additional projectiles, fizzes extra chaos, and pen, making it very deadly during the campaign. That's why we've actually seen surprisingly few people dying, but we've never seen people going this like tanky and stuff, so very
And
interesting.
then look at the white maps, like a complete like relief, losing the haste, the pen, and the extra chaos as well. So definitely, like, look at that,
An absolute oasis. So here's where you're meant to farm and prepare your gear and give yourself a little bit of reprieve. And then we can move on to yellow maps, which they're kind of fucked, especially for sanctums.
So they're gaining an extra bit of DR there, and then this is toxic, 60% haste. I don't even know how they're gonna handle that. I guess chill, right? They're gonna have chill. at this
Literally
point.
need to have chill.
So luckily, necromancers in particular with desecration and corpse pact do get access to up to 20-30% chill. So I think that's gonna help a lot for the necromancers at least. I don't know what the jugs and Khan are gonna do.
Die. Maybe run Skitterboats.
But, yeah, maybe. And then red maps are just what the fucks is.
Yeah, so these were supposed to have... Oh no, those Uber bosses were supposed to have more mods.
Yeah, so it's gaining that fizzes extra chaos, so you do need chaos res by this point, and they're taking even less damage and doing even more damage. They are losing the haste at least, but then they're getting the AoE, so it's... And then getting 4... I don't know, this is toxic. Could have left it at 2.
Huh?
And then Uber bosses are just...
Yeah, so the Uber bosses were supposed to have 100% increased damage and 60 or 70% AoE. But that was too much. so we do have that monsters take 40% less damage, and Uber bosses already take, is it 70% less damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is multiplicative, so 40 multiplied by 70, which I don't know math, but it is quite a large damage reduction. So Uber bosses are very tanky. If I remember, it should take like anywhere like 10 to 20, yeah, 82% damage reduction. So it might take like 10 to 20 minutes, maybe as much as 30 minutes per Uber fight. So they're like long, really, really hard fights. So you need to make sure that your build is low to sustain. And then 80% increased damage, 30% haste, 2 multi-proj, 30% AoE, and the new thing that's really special in this gauntlet is that you are attacked by the apparition of Aziri, the Queen of the Val. So you can get double flame blasted while you're running out of a meteor and just die with like not much of a counterplay except
Yeah, some of these Uber bosses, I don't even know if they're going to be possible.
yeah,
honestly.
exactly, and that is part of the point. Like, something shouldn't be possible. You don't get to practice, and you do really need to consider which boss do you want to go for, and what are you going to do.
Now, I'm curious if we're going to see Exile consider farming Merc Lab.
I think so. I think he's going to finish this right now and go back in for a new one right away. That's
Yeah, I think so, because he has those VD gems ready to swap 1-to-1.
Yeah.
So, and that makes sense. I mean, he's currently in a safe spot. Like the Oasis is a lot I would say it's safe for at least for these.
And this,
plays.
Kitava actually might be a little bit dangerous, where he's kind of like bypassing this while literally getting to abuse the fact that this is considered the Oasis. Already, you get to actually finish the campaign, and maybe that's why he wanted to get to Act 10 so early, because he doesn't have to do Valenta, which Valenta is a big killer during the Gauntlet. There have been previous Gauntlets where we've been recommending that you wait till 80 to 85 to do Valenta, and we've seen players run in as early as 75 at 2 Valenta. I am literally talking about the skill point in the campaign and dying already at 75, so it is very scary. But now, like, he bypasses it and can just farm safely in lab, and now, compared to the build right now, he's very, very unlikely to die in Merc Lab here.
Although, I mean, it is still lab, so
What is happening?
He's got 1 life flask and not much regen.
Oh my!
And it is
It's
lab,
like
right?
no regen. Feels like,
It is a tiny bit,
mate. Am I caster cursing him? Anyway, there's no way that XL dies in Merc Lab.
There's
I
no
really
way.
do. I really do believe
There's
that.
no way.
I really do believe that. Let's have a check instead of Karn. Let's get a Rice as well. See how he's progressing.
Yeah, so
It was very
reroll
exciting with the
QT.
reroll. He did not die. He actually on the first lab got the gem that he wanted to, and he's using it already.
Yeah, I wonder what it looks like. I mean,
Wow.
now you're supposed to technically have 2 of these gems, to be clear, I believe. Oh, I guess they actually do share the same limit count.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, I think so. Unless you use 2 different types, maybe. So he only needs 1, but I'm curious how it actually feels at this stage of the game. He doesn't have any mastery.
So he has the Reign of Arrow ones?
Yeah, but that looks like Reign of Arrows to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
I think the moment he gets his normal lab ascension, he'll be chilling though.
Mm.
So that thing alone will.
So what's the big thing he's going to be picking up in normal lab? I don't even know what he's ascending.
Well, he's a guardian, right? So he'll go for the Sentinel of Radiance.
Oh.
And then that just
Kills everything.
yeah, like that's instant clear.
Yeah.
And then when he gets his Crawl Lab, that's when he gets the triple auras, and that's when the Bomber's gonna pop off.
Yeah. Very cool.
He's pathing to Bow Mastery, yeah. So that Bow Mastery will double his DPS.
Oh, because he gets a cooldown
Well,
reduction.
double his like clear speed, I
Oh.
would say.
Iron Soap just died at position 15.
Rip. That was, if I whip out the ladder, I should probably just have this open. That was actually,
A Hierophant.
yeah, a Hierophant. So, rip.
Damn.
Just taking a quick look. Oh, I can't see, but
Wait, what?
yeah, I can't hover over the gems, unfortunately.
Oh, but the gear looks so bad.
Yeah, it looks pretty. It looks pretty bare bones.
He had white gear.
It could have been
What,
snapshotted early.
Ah.
So
Yeah, maybe. Kaiser is doing Dodri. So he's been farming a little bit. You see that he's very, very... Oh, wow. Goes down to 30%. So you can see that it's not very, very far off one-shotting people. A unlucky crit anywhere could be enough to like wipe you out at any point. And that is what we're seeing, that people are dying. I expanded the ladder for you so you don't have to cheat with me on your side chick. Oh... That's so cool. I didn't even know you could do that.
So, like, if I whip out the ladder just over here for a second.
Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Federon. So now we can see all 15,000 at the bottom. Oh.
Oh, I might have to refresh.
Well, no, because like this doesn't let you see multiple pages. Because this is the
Oh, right. I see what he means. He means,
the actual thing. Yeah. Just to see who's the lowest level.
oh, wow.
Very cool.
I see what he meant.
Very cool. So now we have 15,000. So level 5 is the lowest level that actually shows on the ladder. And I think we can like somewhere estimate that there's probably 40 to 50,000 plus characters already made on day 1. What actually is that add-on thing? Well, it's in the thing you made. It's in your thing. It's just in the app. We just dragged PoE ladder into one of the cameras. You made this.
You made this Federon. So where is the ladder? So you can actually find the ladder on the official site because this event is supported by GGG. I can maybe... Is this going to break again? Yeah. Well, I can't be fucked. But if you go to the official Path of Exile site under events, you'll actually find the event listed officially. Or you can go to Path of Exile Racing, and that will actually also have the ladder supported by Federon. So
Yeah, that's just us dragging it into the tool Federon. That's what it does. I'm not last. I'm level 6. Honestly, like once you get to level 6 and you just start over leveling, maybe in Submerged, like you'll see yourself progressing quite nicely. So keep it up. If my characters dies, can I get rewards for levels in this case? Yep. So if you have like multiple characters dead at level 50, let's say that you are trying to get to 90 but you die multiple times at like 50, 60, and 70, it's the same as having multiple characters entered into the raffle. So let's say you were really, really keen on a PC, you could level up like 5 or 6 level 90s, and people actually do that. Obviously, like the first character is a lot harder than the second and third. So yeah, a lot of people, well, it's not a PC this time, it's a graphics card. Is a 90, and we are during the Gauntlet going to do a giveaway for a Starforge PC as well. We'll talk about at some point. If the Gauntlet wouldn't get cleared, will you keep the same difficulty until people can or tone it down? Honestly, I'm already thinking I would like to have a harder Gauntlet.
You monster.
I would like to have a harder Gauntlet, especially at 5 to 10, or maybe no. Honestly, maybe Act 1 to 5 should be the hardest. But what I would love to see, if GGG can make it happen in the future, would be once you clear the campaign, for your future characters, the mods are gone. So you only have to deal with the hard mods once. I think that would be really cool. Karn is going to Solaris Lunaris. Oh, thank you. We should check that. Is there any thoughts to provide physical prices to those who live in Russia? Is there any restrictions? Yeah, we might have shipping issues, but usually like sometimes we give cash or something through PayPal instead. But yeah, like if you live somewhere where it's really difficult, yeah, that could be a problem. Oh, he's going for it. Ooh, 6 socket Desert Brigade.
Yeah, he's making note of that. Like I said, he's so socket starved, so the extra sockets there will come in handy.
If I was Karn, I would go bank that before doing this boss, because this is a very, very like likely place to rip.
He's betting on himself.
He's betting. Are we going to? No, I don't think he's gonna die.
Wow, yeah. Nordwinds is overtaken progression.
Wow. No way, dude.
No way. I wonder if he knows how hard the spear hurts.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's not gonna one-shot him because he's a Slayer. He's actually decently tanky, but...
Yeah, and he does have that overleach. Or does he have overleach already?
No, but he has DI, I believe.
Right. Damage is really good. Oh.
Yeah, he's missing that overleach. Until he gets overleach, he's not the immortal god that we know.
One down. Okay, this one should not be able to kill him the same as Solaris.
What happened?
He almost died.
Oh, God.
He went down to like 5%, 10%.
You gotta keep casting your curses, buddy.
Okay, but at least now he's coming in with like full potions
the best
and
part
stuff,
is
so there's no way he
did
died
the
now.
noise. Oh! He did the noise.
I did do the noise. Absolutely. It's just take a huge shit in his pants. Well, thankfully, I'm not racing right now, so it's pretty chill for us.
Worth pointing out, he actually entered with Fortify, which is very smart.
Yeah.
Like he made sure to go in first. He doesn't have his normal Worm Flask yet, so he just bops on multiple before he entered and didn't wait in grace.
Thankfully, I'm not wearing pants. Actually, I am going to go to the toilet.
Alright. My stream now.
Your stream now. Oh, wow. Oh my god, this chair, dude.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
How does it feel on the viewer side of things? Yeah, so normally, as you guys may or may not be aware, I participate in the Gauntlet. And I do sometimes well, sometimes not so well. So this is my first time ever actually just watching people play the Gauntlet. Because normally I don't have the time, so. So that's actually one thing I'll say. Gauntlet is a stressful event, so watching it is a lot less stressful than playing because you're so petrified. I would describe it as a tenseness. You know, you're always tense because you're like, I could die right now. So I'm normally very tense. This time I can just, I can relax a little bit. Obviously, not to say casting is a walk in the park, but it's definitely less stressful than like, tightening my cheeks for like 8 hours or 20 hours straight. So I was tense and then I died. Now my second character's blasting. Well, yeah, it's nice when you feel powerful, but it takes a while before you feel powerful. At least I will say, and I told this earlier, that the Oasis does give you that sense of safety that I like. I prefer feeling safe. Well, to be clear, I like it when it's hard, but not permanently. Like, I like the idea that eventually I can overcome the game to the point where I'm safe. I don't want to be constantly worried about dying all the time. At least, I would describe it the way Chris Wilson described it, where maybe 80% of the time, 90% of the time, you're playing the game, and then 10% of the time, you're super focused. Because if you're super focused 100% of the time, it's a bit too stressful for me. Which this Gauntlet probably will be, like that for the most part. I don't want it to be constantly hard. Exactly. Sometimes I just want to, grind, Ben is 3 levels ahead of Nick, lab density. Well, that's the thing. Ben obviously got very lucky and was able to get the Volatile Dead alt quality needs. So Exile's going to have to sit in the lab, for some time to get that. It could take him a few hours, so. Now, luckily, it's not a complete waste of time because he is going to get some decent gear, hopefully. Although, realistically, what kind of gear can you expect to get in lab? So, we'll see. Excuse me. Top tips for a softcore vet moving to hardcore. Logout macro, play a very meta strong build. Obviously, that's not to say you have to, but it makes it a lot easier when the friction and the difficulty is not your build, it's just you as a player. If you know you're playing the right build, you don't have to worry about am I playing the right build? You just need to worry about, are you playing the build correctly? So it just eliminates one, issue right off the bat. So meta build, again, not saying you have to, but Ben's about to do Act 9 boss. Indeed he is. Level 71. I'm curious if it'll look as smooth as Exiles, because Exiles was super smooth, so should be fine. New rule, disable logout macro. Alright, I'm gonna go on a logout macro stream if this doesn't come right now and hold me back. I'm gonna go on this rant. I'm gonna do it. God. Do it, I dare ya. Now the reality. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna. Oh, I have to hold myself back.
Why?
Don't tell me.
I'm not gonna censor you. You're free to say what you want.
Fine. The reality is, logout macro allows you to play the game with pinpoint reactions. Like you need to react like that. That's the difference. You don't. Instead of a battle of attrition, you have a battle where you could die at any moment instantly. Like you have to really be on the ball. And as we see in the Gauntlet, I could show you the list, but there are literally tens of thousands of people dying. So I don't think logout macro would have saved them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we've seen there's different approaches to what happens when you disconnect. We've seen the D4 approach and we've seen the PoE approach. And I would say that hardcore and PoE was a lot more fun for me than hardcore and D4 because of the different approach. Absolutely. Also, I realized I won't be going home at 4 a.m. I'll be going home at 5 a.m.
Why?
Because the Gauntlet started at 9, right?
No. The Gauntlet started at 9, but the cast started at 8.
Oh, right. So we're ending at 4. Right.
Yeah, if you want to go for the 8-hour cast. I think a good point would be roughly people start entering maps and progressing the Atlas. And
Yeah,
they're
I'm
in the
chilling.
Oasis.
I'm chilling.
So,
I'm
because
having a good
obviously,
time.
while it would be nice to cast the Gauntlet 24/7, you know, I don't think we have it in us to do that for 10 days straight. I think we'll die.
We need Kurt to be one of the casters for that.
Yeah. But the cool thing is when we wake up, they'll have progressed to the Oasis and we can hopefully get some nice content.
We have a Fox McRave rip in the clip thing. And I'm apparently
that
gonna
was
laugh at
the
it.
Scion, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at it apparently.
Oh no. Oh,
I take
no.
requests.
Oh, they work this time, yeah.
No, wait. I'm waiting.
Oh, wait, too early.
I'm ready though. Why did
Rip.
died to Tuco?
Yeah.
Sag.
Sag. I'm free.
You're not. Get back on there. You better be starting another character right now. You're not free.
Oh no. Yes, obviously that pen, and then if you get stunned as well, and then overlapping mechanics. I mean, I think we do see a lot. Like, look at that, the beam and the ground effect and the boss all at once. GG.
See, logging out would have saved him.
GG.
GG.
Cause seeing Ben log out there made me think he died.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that.
That would have been unfortunate timing.
Rax doing well. Still not having died. Deathless in the Gauntlet. Must be feeling pretty good about himself right now.
Yeah, he's just playing it slow and methodical.
Absolutely killing it.
I just realized he has a falling, by the way. Is that how? Binding orb? Binding orb.
No, because Binding Orb doesn't... Oh, they made it bypass again, right? They fixed that. But he also could be from a chest. Is there music on?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You're good. Yeah, wow. That's Sunder doing work. It'd be really fun to like get Rax and DM in a voice call at some point and ask them about their first experience with Gauntlet.
I hope they just like, I hope they just like yell at you. Why?
What? That's wonderful. I got a 4-link from a vendor in Act 2 once. Yeah, if you're high enough level, you can do that now.
Sorry, what was that?
You can get a 4-link from the vendor in Act 2 now.
Oh, right, because they changed the vendors and everything.
Yeah, that made it worse. Well,
Alright, right. Yeah, look, Rax is pretty happy, dude. He was there in Shackle. He did it. Very
look
nice,
at that
very nice.
smile. That damn smile. Man, look at the AoE from Bone Shatter. Like, just such a nice melee skill.
I wonder if Exile's still doing the lab. He might be there for a while. So I'm not sure if he plans to stay there until he gets what he needs, but I think he is.
Yeah.
So he might be in a prison.
So you can see
so to
some
speak.
of the gems are gone from his inventory already. And Merklab can, I believe, give the make this a transfigured skill gem of that this time.
According to chat, this is Rex's first ever hardcore character.
Wow.
He hasn't died yet. Well, how is that even possible?
Wow. So he's just like, huh, this isn't too hard.
Okay.
What are you guys talking about? Is there any hardcore players that have played hardcore a lot and is dying in the Gauntlet and they're molding a little bit that Rax hasn't died yet? I'm just saying. I don't understand. I don't understand. He's killing it. I'm 4 hours and haven't gotten Brutus. Oh, that's very cool.
Where's that boy El Kaiser? I wonder how far behind Khan he is.
This display to say? Yeah, no, it is very cool. It's a lot of different ones.
Okay, so he's not too far as Lunaris. So there'll be a bit of a content window coming up soon. Like I said, these bosses tend to be filters. You know, there's like maybe like a small chance each racer dies, so we'll probably see a few
absolutely.
moves here and there.
Pay to comment. No, I think display is a product a lot of people genuinely like.
Suggest me a build to try. So Ziz actually has a few videos on his channel for Gauntlet builds.
2
I think-
Marauders.
yeah, I think there's a few as well. You could also try to attempt to copy Ben and Exile with their build. They're just doing a very stock standard Armageddon Brand Cremation setup. Don't even have to play it on a Witch necessarily.
Yeah,
You see Jung Roan playing that setup as well on the Shadow.
The Chieftain we've provided is so nice because even without uniques, it gets 87 max risk on everything, which is so nice because he gives you like such an edge on that onslaught of damage you're taking.
Apparently Exile got the gem finally.
Oh, wow. And
so he's free.
see, do you know what's funny is I believe that even if you find a low level Sanctum, by the time you get to Lycia, if you do a white one, it goes up in level, right? So I don't think you ever can encounter a white Lycia except the campaign one. So it will be a yellow Lycia if you start in white.
Right. That's brutal.
So it'll be a 60% hasted Lycia. So Sanctum is really, really hard. And a lot of people might not think about the fact that it goes up in levels. So suddenly the monsters are going to gain 60% haste and kick your shit in.
So Nord I think was rank 1 progression. I'll just delete Khan for a second.
Poor card.
Looks like he's also
Farming
classic.
that.
Yeah, he's in that jail as well. So Exile and Ben are at a similar stage of progression, with the difference being that they have their gem and Nord still needs to farm that. So
Yeah.
that he could be stuck there for a while. It's pretty good that Exile and Ben got those already, because that can take quite a few hours.
Absolutely killing it though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if he's played much in Gauntlets before. It kind of like came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, Ben's doing what do you call it?
Valenta.
Valenta.
This is a very scary one because of the AoE overlap, and it absolutely shotguns. And the way it fires, like the beam it fires there, that is what people die to very often. And now with the pen and Fizz's Extra Chaos, honestly, what I should have done was Fizz's Extra Ellie during the campaign. Like 90% Fizz's Extra with the pen would have been really fun. I don't say absolutely all the time, do I? I really don't notice most of the time. Fuck.
Absolutely.
You demon? I just like providing you guys with good content, alright? I'm a content creator. Literally now.
Do I need Chaos Res in the campaign?
Absolutely.
Yes. So we've seen a lot of the races going for those amethyst rings, highlighting it on their filter. I'm not sure if everyone has it, but it looks like everyone has 2 amethyst rings, which is
2?
We've not seen that before in a
Truly.
in any event, really. It's a first.
Truly.
So the Chaos Res is doing something right.
Correct.
So where do you get them from? So they're level 30. So vendors will sell them, and you can just find them on the ground.
Yeah.
The main reason why you don't normally have amethyst rings is you don't really pick them up. They're not on your filter, like they're not like highlighted, super special or anything like that. They're just another ring.
Because early on, you're mostly focusing about capping your Ellie risk, getting a lot of life, and maybe thinking about suppression. But most people aren't thinking about chaos risk until at least maps.
Now, I did mention this earlier, but we're seeing Exile go back. Oh, by the way, is that... No, that's Salmon Brand. But we're seeing him go back and do those... Nice. We're seeing him go back and try those... Did he get it? No.
No.
Stage. We're seeing him go back and do those... what do you call it? Syndicate unveils. I'm not sure exactly what Syndicate unveils he'd be going for, but maybe things like Trigger would be good for
Trigger
the
would be
offering.
very good. The fire damage one is very high, and I think it only costs 6 or 8 chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And
Obviously, the boot enchants, things like Onslaught can save you a flash slot there. So we'll see.
Crazy too.
Yeah, and of course, because the unveil is such a it's like a T0 mod almost. It's like a really good mod. Plus, you have a crafted mod still then.
Plus 2 AOE.
So you can actually get some really good unveiled gear. If you're, let's say you get a ring and it rolls 1 res with life. So let's say it rolls life with an unveil suffix, and then you craft on a suffix. You all of a sudden have a life roll with 2 like a good crafted mod and a T0 effectively meta mod. And so that's going to be excellent to have at this stage of the game. And it's not that hard to get, like,
That's
one
very
usable
cool.
mod. So... Like, I've even taken some of those, like, Endurance Charge on kill rings all the way into red maps, so... Who was the first to kill Katava? I don't think we missed it. I think
No one's killed it yet.
yeah, I think everyone got up to lab and then post-champed.
Yeah, so right now what's going on is that people are using Merklab to farm as a safe zone for gear. Exile is farming for Unveiled gear right now, and Nordwinds needs his gear, and or his gem, sorry. Ben, I guess, already has his gem, but he's just farming, could be also farming for additional
This
gems.
could be his first one too.
Huh?
This might be his first lab.
Oh, true. True.
Yeah, 'cause he did get a bit more levels than Exile, so.
Yeah.
Farming gem XP. True, he could be trying to get that volatile data CV.
Oh,
up to
yeah,
20.
yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, can you imagine entering maps with level 20 gem?
Oh, so nice.
And it's the Oasis, so it's not even that bad.
Definitely, definitely worth it.
Yeah, so the reason why the lab has different modifiers is throughout the throughout the progression of the Gauntlet, there's different like mods stages, right? You can actually see on Nordwinds the mods on the screen right now. 30% more damage, 2 extra proj, 30% less damage taken by monsters. And this is much, much, much easier than the campaign modifiers. So this is what we're calling the Oasis. It's like a safe spot to farm. It's still, obviously, I mean, that's still a lot more dangerous than your normal, you know...
Yeah,
game,
the multi-proj alone does make it, like, scary, but it is pretty safe.
Yeah, much safer than the campaign and much safer than yellow maps.
Yeah, however, what's going to be really, really interesting is normally we do see people do Uberlab pretty early, but in this, Uberlab is 60% haste, loads of extra projectiles and damage, and just very, very dangerous mods in general. So we might see people do a very late Uberlab because it's going to be way harder than like tier 16 Exarch and Eater and stuff.
Yeah, so chat's asking about why Exile's resetting the zone. So the reason for that is every time you reload into a zone, you have a chance to spawn a mechanic. Things like Delirium, Einhar, Alva, and of course Syndicate. We can see he's going for Delirium now, so I assume that means he has Cluster Jewels in his endgame PUB. Not sure which Cluster Jewel he wants specifically, but that's what he's going for here. And then also the Syndicate mobs. So you'll be able to see the Delirium mirror spawn at the waypoint, and you'll get a quest tracker notification for Betrayal. So this is a really good way of getting gear early before you enter maps.
Absolutely.
So worth pointing out, mechanics only spawn within 10 levels of you, so he does need to do this now rather than later. He can do this in another zone later, but
This is the nicest.
Yeah, Foothills is the nicest zone to do this, so if he wants to do it, he might as well do it now before he gets above 72. What's the finish line? So Ziz is hoping that there is no finish line, that people will die before then.
So it's just about getting more points than anyone else. That is the goal.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot more interesting that it's less about like when will people finish and it will be if. And a lot of the other racers have also said they don't think anyone's going to finish. And Ben was saying that if somebody finishes, which he thinks he can, he is like saying he thinks he can finish, but it would be a very, very late one, like a day 9 or a day 10 finish.
Dude, if he clears this corner, I will not even.
Well, there's also, we just don't know how rippy Aziri's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
wow.
Rank 7 down.
I think
wonder.
that was a class rank 1, if I'm not mistaken. Crew was... Oh, he was top 3 Templars. Rip.
Quite a lot of Templar competition. All the Templars are very high level. They're like right behind Karn.
So how do you check class ranks? So either the Path of Exile official website does have a ladder in their event forum, or Path of Exile Racing, which if you type !ladder in the chat, you'll get a link to the Gauntlet ladder.
Yeah, it's very good. PoE Racing is definitely the best place. And you can also check out like bounties and stuff like that very well there. So the PoE Racing website's amazing. Really, really good. Here we go. Of the same color, or sacrifice gem, or 15 million XP. Nope.
No, he's gonna be there for a while.
He's gonna be there for a while. Wonder if he's going for Dark Shrines. Why is Krima allowed but no Penance Brand? Well, because Krima is on the same par as a lot of other skills. That's why you see so much diversity on the ladder. And if Penance Brand of Dissipation was allowed, you would literally not see a other thing.
Worth
at
pointing
all.
out as well, they're just leveling with cremation. They wouldn't boss with it. Not
Yeah.
with the, well, they can't for starters because of the transgem requirement.
Yep.
And yeah, like I said, this is just a leveling build. Like the intention is not to necessarily ban every single leveling skill.
Yep.
Like leveling is not necessarily supposed to be super or mega difficult beyond the mods themselves, or
Yeah.
restricted, I should say.
So it's really interesting.
PV racing refreshes. It depends.
Pretty often. 5 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Cremated archives.
You could technically play regular Penance Brand, but remember you do need a transgem to actually score points on the boss.
Yeah.
On bosses.
Did you guys get food? Nah, well, we'll eat afterwards. Oh, no, actually, I won't be able to order afterwards.
Nope.
Maybe I should order food. Do I order food? Oh, but I might just go to sleep afterwards. Oh, maybe I should.
It is indeed 2 a.m. So obviously the gauntlet starts quite late. So it is already 2 a.m. So pauses.
I'm just trying to think if I want food. It's fine.
Yeah. So to be clear, chat, I do have food, but he can't eat it.
I'm bricked.
He's got
I'm
a
Lord.
he's got a special diet.
What levels do you think people will go for the Kitaba kill? Around 72 to 74. I think it's less about levels and it's more about gear and all their other stuff like the gems, gem levels and things like that. Nordwind's back in lab.
We
and
got
Exalt.
Ben actual progression here.
Oh yeah.
Now this is actually a super dangerous boss.
Yeah.
It is easy to just not get hit, but like
If it
it's
is you.
super dangerous.
We've seen like a lot of gauntlets where people have gotten one shot.
Yeah. That one is unfortunately just don't get hit. That is the actual only viable strategy. It's super,
Yeah,
super,
we will
super,
definitely
super
see people die to him.
100%.
Especially with the Fizz's extra chaos because he is a Fizz boss.
Yeah, I mean it is forehead, but like if you get hit and you die, you can't get hit. So
Yep.
because normally I'm the kind of player that's like if I can't tank it, I don't go in. But like in the gauntlet, you sometimes you just can't overgear it that easy.
He is going for Dark Shrines as well, so you know, sometimes he will eventually get like a twice enchanted.
Yeah. Check on the Diablo boys. Sure, while they're farming lab.
Let's check on Terrans too. And check on Rice afterwards.
Okay, we'll do Diablo boys first real quick. So Amexal and Nord Bidge. Yeah, that's done.
Right. Ben is doing fetid pool. Oh, he wants to respec points.
Yeah. I'll just leave him on because he is rank 1 progression. He
Yeah.
might do something
It's a good
interesting.
idea. Darth is doing Wildwood. Why is Darth doing
Because
Wildwood?
of the Ascendancy.
Oh, he's trying to get that.
Yeah. I don't think there's a problem with that.
I hope he like realizes how much it buffs so he leaves.
I mean, if he's doing the smart thing, he'll be doing it in a level 10 levels below him, which would be fine, actually.
Yeah.
But he might be greedy. Hopefully he's not... Oh, yeah. No, he's doing this at level.
Oh. Yeah, that's scary. Is Nordwind's a new streamer? Yeah, I haven't seen him before, so absolutely go like show him some love and hang out and maybe ask him questions and stuff.
To be fair, he's not trying to buff stuff. He's just trying to...
He is leaving afterwards.
Yeah, so it's probably fine. And then you wanted to say... You wanted to
Terrence
check out...
and Rice. Terrence and Rice.
Terrence and Rise. Oh, what is Terrence doing? Traps,
Reliquary.
dude.
Ah. Karatha's gaming, yeah. Rise is Bombarda.
It's always cool to see with the class Gauntlet and with the Gauntlet like this with the transgem requirement, we are hopefully going to see
A lot
some
of cool
pretty
builds.
interesting builds. So
Indeed.
Absolute. Alcon Solaris. Okay, we can take a quick look at Alkaiser.
Kaiser on Solaris, yeah.
Goodbye,
Definitely want to see that.
Goodbye.
That is a very deadly move if you stand in the middle of it. Solaris is
To be
down.
fair, he probably is the tankiest of all the builds we've seen so far. Look at his molten shell. It's 4K already. He's still tanky. He's still
He
tanky.
literally cannot die to this. Probably the only one who can.
Because he's got that DR from the Ascendancy. So,
Yeah, so he basically has like 6k life plus.
yeah, he's actually a god, dude.
Yeah. Changing his
love it.
filter.
Oh, here we go. Alright, Ben content window. Should we full screen for
canals.
our first Act 10 Katava kill of the Gauntlet?
Yeah, although let's keep it muted so we can talk over.
Sure. Don't yell at me. Boom.
Stalemate!
No.
You're doing great.
Alrighty, so full screening Ben here. So this is the first Katava coming up shortly. What level is he? He actually did level up, so he might be closer to my prediction. I might be
What was your prediction?
75.
Oh, wow. I think 72-ish.
Yeah, 72. So I wasn't too far off at least.
Takes a while to get to 75 here.
Yeah, his gear doesn't look that crazy. He has a nice shield, but obviously a bit hard to show the
Helmet's
gear.
pretty bad.
But yeah, honestly, his gear is as basic as it comes. He does have that staunching life blast, which would be.
I
nice
think he
for
just
maps.
wants to like finish and get 2 maps as soon as possible and then gear up there.
There is some ad timing, but I think he's still running 2 Katava, so hopefully the edge will be finished by the time he gets there.
Yeah.
So. Now, if you've ever done Katava and gotten into maps, you'll recognize that there's that normally you get into maps and it's a decent increase in difficulty, and a lot of people die pretty much in their first map or two.
Yeah.
It happened to me. Don't worry, this happens to everybody. But this time it switched around. So when they're entering maps, the game becomes like twice as easy.
Literally.
So, not too surprised to see them rushing it. Well, quote unquote rushing it.
Here we go. Perfect timing with ads too.
Yeah, I think Chuck got a little bit worried because we full screen, but I think ads should hopefully be over soon.
First time chatter. The first time chattering mode is so good.
As a rule of thumb, if your first message is completely negative, we instantly get tilted. Make it your second message. For making the first message like hi, and then the second message says you suck.
Yeah.
Just as a rule of thumb. The second message, that's fine. First message, at least have the first message be neutral. Okay, just as a little bit of backseat for the first message. Okay, second message is fine. Go in, but like,
That guy said cock as his first message.
that's fine. That's ethical.
That's good.
All right, here we go. Katava time. It
Wow,
should be
look at that damage.
Yeah, wow. Should be fine. Now, he's not Omega tanky or anything like that, but obviously this is a mechanical fight, and cremation is perfect for this.
Ooh. Took a lot of degen damage there.
Mm-hmm.
Very fast.
Well, I think it's more important he gets the damage out and then moves, so just so it's a clean transition through every
Yeah.
phase.
And those heralds as well, they do AoE overlap, so they can be really, really scary, especially when there's 2 up, both attacking at the same time. You can get hit by over 6 projectiles. And if you're taking degen at the same time, you can see that it's very, very easy to get caught off guard.
Yeah, so he is playing Armageddon and Cremation, but he will be swapping to, we believe, VD of Seething.
Volatile Dead.
I'm curious when he's going to swap as
Volatile
well.
Dead is also like a cool looking build, so I'm pretty excited. Like I think it looks a lot more fun than Detonate Dead.
Yeah. I wonder if they're just going to self-cast.
Yeah, maybe.
I've never actually used VD of Seething, so I don't know how it like feels to map on. Yeah, so Volatile Dead is not banned. So Ziz did ban DD in all its forms, but that was specific to the gem. So VD of Seething is a little bypass to the DD rule there. But it's still infinitely more interesting. It's not Ignite based, and it is mechanically very different. So
What move of Kitava's is most dangerous? So Act 10 Kitava is actually not too bad. Honestly, I think the ads are a little bit more dangerous than anything. It's also like the circles that like scrunch up and kill you. Wow, you got a Tanu Ahi. That would be insane for a lot of the other players. Wanderlust too, which is nice for new characters. Is that +1 spell? Wow, but yeah, Act 5 Kitava is a lot harder than Act 10.
There it is, entering the Oasis. So most likely he's not going to go back. 5 hours, by the way. Yo, hands up if you do Kitava, Act 10, slower than that in the regular game. Honestly, I've killed Kitava in the regular game slower than that sometimes. Same. Especially when I farm Betrayal, so that's crazy.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah, see, this is getting... So, this is my point of view, okay? Let me just unfull screen here. I look at that, and I look at a massive amount of rips, the tens of thousands of players that die. He looks at that, and he's like, Fizz is extra early.
I was literally thinking it too. I was like, it probably should be harder next time. This is literally what I'm thinking. Just sitting here like... What if we do 100% haste?
Chat. It does. Let's be honest. Does it really need to be much harder? It's already pretty hard, no? What, bro? Harder. Okay, dude. I do like your idea of clearing it once and then it becomes less crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you beat an act boss, the mods tone down at a percentage or something.
Yeah, even doing it per act would be really nice. You kill Merveil, Act 1's easier. That makes it feel more like you're achieving something as well. You kill all the Ubers? Easy, you can keep farming. Terrans with the trap build.
I do not want to see Rex going past the coast next Gauntlet. Okay, dude.
Let's see. I kind of want to see how Tatantiel at the totem build's doing.
Definitely. Let's get some of our like more hipster sort of builds going.
Yeah.
So we got Tatantiel. We have
Dexter.
Executive. And who else is like a fight? Oh, and then
what's
Terran.
Dexter playing again?
We can take a look at Dexter. He's playing Bidge. It is 2 a.m. John Roan, I guess. Yeah, Jung is planning on switching to a interesting build. We think now. Here's the thing: we don't know what he's playing 100%, but we think it's maybe Ice Nova or Vortex with Frostbolt.
Should be very interesting.
And then Rise with the Bama, doing normal lab now, so he'll get that Sentinel Lab Absolution, so he should be cruising to Crawl Lab with that. And then Titiantel, excuse me, with the Stoneburst Totem.
I think
he's actually now farming that gem that he wants. So he's going for Ball Lightning of Static.
Oh, yeah, because he's at 1.8k life in normal lab, so he'll just be spamming.
That's fine. Am I saying it right, chat? But yeah, he's going for Ball Lightning of Static. So there's a mechanic where it either lines up or bypasses the cooldown or in some way. Maybe it only consumes a cooldown per totem cast. Something like that. I'm not 100% sure. And it's actually very strong for totem builds. We saw Rise was his league starter, I think. Or one of the builds he league started.
Yeah, he pivoted a lot.
I guess we should have Ben POV up at all times because he's doing the first maps of the league. So I'll murder Jung.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We'll see some hipsters and then the number one. Yeah. He's gearing up right now. So he won't be doing that much crafting right now. He will be trying to probably farm a lot of like Essence, Expedition, and try to get a lot of high item level bases and stuff. And generally what you do is you save a lot of your stuff as much as you can. Like you get like a nice minimum threshold, like maybe get some suppression, maybe get a decent amount of life, and then you try to like save your resources and farm up to your level 90. Go for those high level bases and craft like pretty okay endgame gear where you get like 13-14% suppression on a lot of the different gear pieces.
Worth pointing out, He is indeed swapping to VD of Seething, by the way.
Right now.
So actually getting some new Gauntlet build here. So normally, obviously, you see the Armageddon brand cream it into DD or your seismic traps or something like that. But now we're seeing actual new transgem gameplay already.
Look how he's setting up everything too for being like, what's going to be the easiest to chrome my gear in like different ways, and what do I already have colors wise.
Yeah. Now, obviously, this might seem like a bit of downtime, but it needs to be done, and this is the efficient time to do it. So he'll be doing this as efficiently as possible given how little currency he has to chrome and jewel everything.
Rise is looking for another, like for a blue transfigured gem now. So he's definitely not going for a second green one then.
I think this is also his normal lab first clear, right? So
Yeah.
maybe he's just sort of thinking like, what else could I maybe get?
Oh, he is going for a green one.
That is Volatile Dead of Seething, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I can't. He's been wrong to like meta skill of the Gauntlet. Yo, that's criminal, bro. Dude, I mean, to be fair, would he play a meta build?
No, probably not.
No.
Probably not. And especially like it is very, very hard to compete with Exile and Ben and whoever is playing that. So I mean, I usually would actively try to dodge that as well.
Yeah, but he can play on a different ascendancy.
Right.
Man, doesn't care, dude. He's like VD of Seething.
Yeah, look at that. Very starved for like wisdoms. Just looking for gear upgrades. Wow, not a bad bumbo. Very high attack
Unfortunately,
speed.
it's a low level.
Yeah.
So.
But he is low level too.
I want to spy Exile real quick just to see what boys' competition is looking like here while he sets that out. Yeah, so he's still going for that
farming,
betrayal.
yeah.
So I'm very curious.
Very different tactics between the two, even though they're playing the same
He's
build.
going for the betrayal farm and Ben skipped it. I think the logic is that he can do it in maps and it's safe. And technically this is quite dangerous.
It is very dangerous, yeah. Because a lot of the betrayal monsters have so much damage. And a lot of them give very, very shotgunning. I think especially Corel with some of the fire moves.
You know the worst part about Betrayal for hardcore players is I don't even know what half of those abilities are exactly. Sometimes he just literally turns into a bomb and explodes and you die.
Another hidden mechanic with Betrayal that a lot of softcore players especially don't even know that this is a mechanic that's in the game, but the Betrayal Syndicate members actually have items that will empower them, and some of you might have noticed it'll say like remove items from this branch. One of those items is that any attack by the Syndicate members is that they petrify you, making you not something you can use freezing into, that you either log out or you lose your character. And a lot of people don't even know that they have items.
Alright, now, I'm seeing some people in chat talk about Army Exiles resetting. Now, a little tiny bit of a grey area, but obviously leaning towards the, more like the allowed part, is that you're allowed to press one button per action. And so this is actually a 3-part script that he's using. Again, a little bit sussy, but I can confirm it's allowed because I mean I've used it and Ben's used it and Exile's used it.
You should all be banned. I do not use it, by the way.
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit of a gray area, but you know.
Now, a little fun anecdote about what he's doing right now with resetting the zone like this. I think it's the most Path of Exile nerf I have ever seen. So they're obviously aware that we can do this and that we actually do it to farm Syndicate and Delirium. Now you're wondering, what is the nerf then, Zizaran? So if you see every time right now there's a monster pack by the waypoint, that didn't used to be there. So they hard-coded a monster pack to spawn right by the waypoint to annoy you while you're resetting. So that is the funniest and most Path of Exile nerf I have ever seen.
That's toxic.
It's very funny. And it makes a very big difference to it. Also makes it kind of rippy.
But yeah, anyway, just to explain why it's allowed, one server-side action per button press.
Cheating.
So as long as he's manually going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's fine. He just can't do one button press to automate the whole thing. That would be botting at that point. So as long as he's manually pressing multiple buttons per act, you know.
+2 projectile.
Ah, there you go. He's going for that.
It's good for cremation.
Yeah. Although
Increased ailments when focused.
Yeah. Assuming he does what Ben did, he doesn't need the ailments or the projectiles though.
Oh, minimum endurance charge. I wonder if he's going to go for that. No, he is actually just unveiling to learn it. Got a lot of good unveils there, to be honest.
Yeah,
He's
so
vendoring the +2 projectile. I'm surprised.
It's because he's not going creep
Yeah,
now.
he was once AoE then, I guess.
Yeah. So he's farming for Syndicate Cross right now. And as a side note, Delhi clusters.
Yeah, we can put on Alkaiser.
Yeah.
It's so easy. That's funny. He's also in Foothills? Looks like.
Mm-hmm. He's in the same. He's in Foothills, yeah. Although he maybe just got here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't know if it's Foothills farming. He's definitely got a Foothills farm because he wants the Fizz on Veil. So I'd be very, very surprised if he doesn't. So tanky, 3.4k life.
So the reason why, chat, you might not see certain players playing certain skills yet is because you have to farm them. So people aren't playing Stormbrand of Indecision simply because they don't have it.
Yeah.
But we will see people pivot into those skill gems as they unlock them through the lab.
Several racers as well have talked about playing different skills day 1 to 3, and then maybe like day 4 or 5, maybe even 6 or 7, re-rolling the build that they're going to play later, because a lot of the stuff is all about progression. So maybe something like a normal Bone Shatter, not even Transcendent Gem, might be what you want to use early and then change later on.
Oh man.
What?
Alk just got Flat Fizz and Hybrid with Leech, so if he annuls off that, well, you can't really annul though, that's the thing, they're quite rare. But if it didn't have that prefix, man, he'd have like a 450 DPS weapon, I think, at that point, and all front loaded on the damage side. No suffix attack speed there. That would have been insane.
That's crazy. Ben's almost done getting ready, so we're gonna see like how different this looks. It should be like a very fun build to watch play as well, which is nice. I always think like DD is a little bit of a like boring build to watch, whereas like this should be like quite a lot better.
Well, it's like DD times 10, literally.
Yeah.
So, but then no ignite, so you know.
Yeah, it will look and play quite different.
It's interesting as well. When I hear about a skill like Volatile Dead of Seething, so for those of you who don't know, it's a new transgem released this patch that will wow, look at that Exile gameplay right now with the multi-proj. Holy.
Yeah, so this is why we do see a lot of people wait very, very late. I've done a lot of gauntlets where I've been waiting actually all the way till 75 plus, or even 80. There was one time I waited till 80 plus because I was so scared of the Valenta, and I have actually died to Valenta in a gauntlet, I think.
Jesus.
And yeah, this is solo self on hardcore, but with a lot of extra damage mods like penetration, multi-proj, crazy damage mods, haste.
But yeah, to go back to the Volatile Dead thing, it will actually pop 10 corpses for 10 Volatile Dead casts, with the downside that you can only have 10 balls out. However, if you ignore the balls and just focus on those pops, it does have that corpse explosion mechanic, allowing you to essentially abuse the same thing we do with DD. The difference is, of course, because you're doing 10 DDs, you can't really ignite then. So, different.
Boom.
It is very different. It is very different. But abusing the same sort of corpse mechanic.
Yeah.
So even though they banned DD...
But it is still quite a lot weaker, and that's why you see so much skill diversity.
Yes, so worth pointing out, the reason why DD Ignite's so strong is you whip out one Ignite, and you just refresh it, and boss dies over time. But with this, you actually have to keep casting repeatedly. You can't just rely
Duckies, is it?
on Ignite there. They banned DD Pepe La. I know. I'm still happy to see VD of Seething.
Yeah, same.
You know,
I'm very excited.
It wasn't even like brought up in conversation too much. So
yeah, no, we're seeing quite a lot of different skills. Kaiser is now farming for the betrayal. Ben is about ready to go. Yeah, look at that. Look at those balls.
any big rips?
Quite a lot. No one top 10 in a while. Oh, top 7 died recently. We had a rank 1 or rank 3 Hierophant died. Yeah, rank 3 Hierophant died. DD dead. Any plans for a Ruthless Gauntlet in the future? No, that's not something we want to do because we do want the event to be fun.
Yeah, I mean...
And it would take too long, basically, so that would be the removal of the fun part.
Just a Ruthless event with Kill and Uber would already be too difficult.
Yeah.
The only reason we even saw Ubers, 2 Ubers cleared in the previous Ruthless event was because of a very, very overpowered Totem Explode build.
Yeah.
Extremely
it would have to be like a month, I think, for an event like that, but also, like, I think there's a lot more RNG to Ruthless.
We see Ben with the MTX. That is a hardcore exclusive MTX, by the way. Probably the only, no, one of the only. We had the Aziri helmet and the Godslayer demigod amulet. They're hardcore, by the way, MTX right there.
True.
Alright, and there he is showing off his build, trying out the mana, seeing how it works. I think he has 15k armor, by the way. That's insane.
That's actually really good for this early. He will be basically immortal in normal maps because they're so easy in this, and he's like way overkill. So there's basically a 0% chance that he dies in normal maps, and then the big scary thing is going to be yellow maps, or if he attempts sanctums early at all.
Yeah. So the reason why DD is banned is to promote diversity and other word, just to make things, keep things fresh and interesting, because we have seen a lot of DD in previous gauntlets. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he has like pretty usable gear right now. He doesn't have that amazing gear, to be honest. He's definitely going to be focusing on like mini gear upgrades now. He's just getting ready for maps just to make sure that he won't die. Probably 50-60% suppression, I would imagine.
well, 50% with the suppression lucky mastery is all
Yeah.
you need to do everything up to like,
Yellow, red. Well, yellow in this.
yeah.
You probably do want 100% suppression before going actual yellow maps. I just cannot wait to see sanctums.
Two days of tier 5s. I am curious. See, the thing is, you need to progress to unlock your Atlas and for Uber Lab. So I think I imagine they're going to do at least yellow maps.
Yeah.
And then go back to the Oasis.
Yep. Most likely. But like I said, spamming Kirak maps as well to get a lot, especially if they can get reds done early.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know how that mechanic works, is Kirak can offer you a map, but early on you're only going to get white maps. But basically what can happen is a map that is naturally a red map, I can't think of any examples now, but like maybe City Square, can be offered to you as a white map, and if that map is rare and corrupted and you do the Kirak mission for it, it will count as if you finished a rare red corrupted map and give you the bonus early. So that is actually a good thing that you can do in the Gauntlet. Normally you wouldn't need to because it's not that dangerous to do red corrupted maps, but it can be a really good thing in hardcore to bypass doing that. That way you can get both yellow and red maps early without actually having to do red and yellow maps in the Gauntlet. Little bit of tidbit of information that might help you in the future.
Alright, setting up his specters for the bomb bomb.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
And we'll be entering maps. So what he was doing there, for those of you who don't know, is they have currently made it, so this changes every now and then, so bear with me. Currently, the way it works is if you have a specter and you desecrate it, you'll have that in your pool, effectively. And so by summoning those highlight specters, they are now in his desecrate pool, and every time he desecrates, he has a chance to summon those specters, then he can blow them up, and these are the highest HP specters in the game. Well, they're all capped, right? So there's a variety of top HP specters that he can now blow up for Gigadam, so...
Absolutely. Here we go, the first map, and we actually get to see the build in action. First character to enter maps, first character to enter pier, and wow.
Yeah, so you can see it doesn't have quite the same clear of the Ignite, but it is, I mean, the damage is definitely there.
Not a crazy amount of damage on the rares yet, but obviously everything is going to be upgrading. Now, I don't know what level he has everything at yet. Did he find a lab to give XP yet?
Well, I guess it's Corpse Life, so I wonder if he even needs levels on
Oh,
it.
maybe.
I can just do a refresh here and see if he's kept it at low level. No,
No,
he
it's
is
still at 15.
leveling it. He is leveling it. So no, he hasn't got it to 20 or anything like that, but... And he is still leveling gems, like you said, so these are low-level gems.
Yeah. And he's changing his filter, and you can see that he has a lot of different filters prepared, depending on what he's going to need.
Now, it is worth pointing out, this is the one advantage that this build has, is it ramps. So, is it Corpse Pack that does it, or is it the other one? Mistress of Sacrifice. Oh, no.
I can't remember.
Well, anyway, the Necromancer Ascendancy actually gives you the ability to gain a buff every time you consume a corpse. And because he's consuming 10 corpses every time he casts VD, he can ramp that and give up to 200% attack and cast speed. So that's going to make mapping nicer, and it's going to make bossing... Wow.
Oh! Wow, rank 4 going down.
I'm not sure if they're streaming or not, but...
As we get a Witty Joe raid as well. Thank you, Witty.
Oh, yeah, what's up, Woody?
Position 4 down. Damn. As Exile is taking on Kitava. Yeah, most likely Solaris and Lunaris. I would think
For what?
for the rank 4 bit.
Right, that would make sense. It's so dangerous.
Honestly, that build looks really fun. It does look really nice. I've all thought that it's just a cool build.
Yeah, you gotta remember as well, it does have that 30% less damage, so.
Yeah. Yeah, things are a lot more tanky in the Gauntlet. Man, all the Hierophants are dying.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see how Rise does, because he's now on his final build. For those that weren't paying attention, Rise got his Transfigure Gem that he wanted, and he was initially just making a duelist just to farm the Transfigure Gem, and he was going to farm other gear, but then he got his Transfigure Gem on the first try, so he instantly rerolled to his final build. See the damage that Ben has and is putting out already. Such a big difference to how things were going through the campaign. Now even like actual map bosses are just like snapped out of existence.
Yeah, and remember that ramping as well, so the damage just gets better and better and better and better. I imagine for bossing as well, he'll just desecrate with a brand, potentially.
Yeah,
and then
most likely.
just pop off, kind of like Blade
Yeah,
Boss style.
Arcanist Brand Desecrate for sure.
Yeah.
Here we have the heart going down for I'm Exile. There's one more part of the face left, I think. No, this is it.
This build's gonna be OP. God, you know what? Screw this guy. I kind of hope Ben clears. It'd be so cool.
I hope he dies.
Okay.
I hope everyone dies. Death! Back into Flooded Mine. Seeing a lot of people wrapping up the campaign and going towards the end here. Like, definitely going to be a big, like, hard block at Solaris and Lunaris for a lot of people. So far, I believe we have Karn, Kaiser, Ben, and Exile are all in Act 9 and onwards, and everybody else is on the way there or about to hit there. So we take a look and show the PoE Racing ladder so we can look at everyone's levels and stuff.
Definitely.
So here we have, so level 72 is the highest in top 22, and level 59 is the lowest. So actually not a big difference here between the top and the bottom.
Yeah, worth pointing out as well that once they get to a point where they can re-farm, similar to Gem of Innocence, like Blood Aqueduct, Foothills, they'll shoot right up to 70. So they're not as far behind as you might expect.
And Ben and Exile are going to shoot up a bit there as well. Ben hitting a rank 173 there. And yeah, really cool build diversity, honestly. Like, that is a very nice ladder. Obviously, we do have Necromancers on top, and a lot of different builds. Karn being rank 1 duelist there, and only 3 levels, or almost just 2 levels behind.
Dude, look at that Guardian split too.
Pyro and Guardian, and they're neck and neck, literally.
Well, the Hara is dead now.
Yeah.
I might take a look at that guy's build in a minute. We'll just put Karn back there for a second. Or Exile. Oh, we can have Karn there. I'm just going to do something.
Oh! Karn just hit Bone Shatter of Complex Trauma, and he is smiling.
Too easy. Yeah, it's actually a gamble too, right? Because it can not hit the right one.
Yeah.
So,
Very, very good. What's the 450 next to Exile? So in the Gauntlet, we have something called bounties. We actually have like a triple tiered prize pool system. So the way that works is that we have different thresholds. So you can get level 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or 95. And just by hitting those levels and doing nothing else, there are different prizes that you can win, like a cool graphics card and stuff like that, and a lot of other stuff. And then on top of that, we have bounties that are things made by some sponsors and some by the community. Like for example, we have the Displate bounty, which is who has the highest armor on a glorious plate by the end of the event, and I think it's like $500 for whoever has that. So there's a lot of different bounties. One of the first ones you could do was the first player to clear the fetid pool while only wearing boots. So there's like a lot of different ways to win money in the Gauntlet. And then on top of that, you do have the normal prize pool stuff, which is whoever gets rank 1, which is you get points by killing bosses and getting levels. So a lot of like different things you can do to win money. And so far, the prize pool is around $30,000 total.
yeah. So I was just taking a look at that rank 1 Guardian. If I maybe do some scuff tech right now. I'm trying to remember which one. Here we go. Here we go, production. So he's actually on a 3-link, like unironically on a 3-link
Wow.
with SRS. He's just using that ascendancy to carry him, the Sentinel of Radiance.
Wow.
So he's actually on a 3-link at rank 1 Guardian.
That's insane.
So
I mean, as soon as you get that Crow Lab, it's just boom.
look at that ring. Holy.
Wow. Wait, why is he not crafted anything?
Doesn't need it. He's keeping it flexible. Scour was quite hard to get at this point. So.
That's true.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at the helmet. So both the ring and the helmet have an open suffix.
Yeah, and the gloves too as well.
Oh, he is sorted. So actually, he's trying to get the unmail for Fire and Chaos. And those. Because he can easily get 45 Chaos Rest then.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah, so he's just like getting the map completion. Gonna be interesting to see what different like Atlas strategies people go for. Do you think a lot of people are gonna go for Expedition in Essence?
Definitely. Absolutely.
Do you think there'll be other strategies?
Well, I mean, all I can say is what I would do, and then maybe guess what they would do based off that. So I personally would do what you were saying. I would risk yellow maps because you kind of need to anyway for lab. So I would risk yellow maps, try to clear that relatively early. I'd get like 5k life and then progress it with like 50 suppression plus lucky. So I wouldn't go too crazy, and I would try to just push through that. Then I would go back, just mash white maps like crazy, right? Like I would get a ton of maps to stay and just blast white maps for ages and do the Kirek strat. And then that would give me my red map completion. And in terms of Giga Gear, obviously you have to do Expedition to get the bases. Essence makes a ton of sense in white maps, like a ton of sense, right? Like,
Yeah.
like so much sense. Would I bother with Harvest? The Harvest is the best way to craft things like rings.
You get so little juice in my maps though.
I know, right?
And you can't get blessings.
I don't know what I would do, hey.
You probably do want some though.
I honestly don't know. Chat, I mean, let's just bring it to chat. Would you guys bother with Harvest in white maps?
We might have to.
Yeah, because they are so strong for crafting rings in particular.
Yeah.
And things like res swap as well, right? So,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Rest swapping is absolutely.
because here's the thing, you don't need 10k juice, 20k juice, right? Just like 3k juice, 4k juice, maybe even 10k if you grind it out for a long time. Because fuck doing yellow maps.
Yeah, 100%. Yellow maps are so scary in this. Honestly, I would not be surprised to see somebody specking full into Kirak nodes early just to like bypass even yellow maps.
Oh, you got the rip from the hairy infant.
Oh, all right.
You ready for the black screen?
I am ready.
Oh, I didn't do it. Look at that. It's amazing.
Oh, it's Valenta early. That's what I said. We were definitely going to see people going.
And this one is Mom, by the way, so he's just gonna get annihilated.
Oh! Oh!
Just obliterated, bro.
Holy.
Obliterated.
Absolutely destroyed.
I want to watch that again. One more
Yeah,
time. One more
absolutely.
time. Go again. Go again.
Damn.
Go again. Play again. Clip. Okay. Wait. There we go. There we go. Are you ready? Are you ready? Run to.
Damn.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
Ah!
Clean 10 shot.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no, dude.
Brutal.
Oh, I did the thing
You
again.
did the thing. It's alright. Yeah, so this is why I'm so scared of Valenta. I don't know if there was anybody earlier that thought I was exaggerating and maybe how bad can Valenta be. But hopefully now you see how bad Valenta can in fact be.
Yeah, so when we say for the record, oh, Amexala and Ben did that so easily. Yeah. If they got hit though. Yeah, that is a bad boss to die to.
Can you please?
Oh, God got his worm flask!
Oh, that is so big. Look at him.
Dude, he's so happy. He's like, I'm
Look
home.
at it.
I'm
Look at it.
home. He's so happy. Another rip, another top 50 rip there.
27, yeah. Can you please list what campaign bosses are super deadly? So there are quite a lot of boss abilities that you just want to avoid getting hit by. Very often in Gauntlets, it's anything that's like super fist based, but now it's anything that's super elemental based. So Solaris is really, really scary, like Solaris and Lunaris. Innocence is super deadly. Kitava is honestly pretty okay in this one, relatively to the other content. Act 5 Kitava is still very scary, but relatively...
It's just mechanical, so
yeah,
you can dodge it a bit easier.
Exactly. Chevron is quite scary. Anything that's like particularly elemental based. Dodri is still very scary though, because of the Fist is Chaos.
Honestly, if Exile is in maps, you should be, right? Goodbye, Khan.
So Kaiser is about to do the Act 9 boss, and I'm Exile is maybe gearing up for maps.
He is VD, so he has done the swap, so he's roughly doing the same thing that Ben was doing, getting ready for maps, swapping to that build. Interesting that they're both running bone bone offering.
Yeah.
So they have a choice here, chat, of flesh offering or bone offering. Flesh offering gives you that attack, cast, and movement speed. It's very nice. They normally do go for that, for the record. And then we have bone offering instead. So they're opting to play it safe, even though the Oasis is already safe-ish.
That
I guess
multiplier
because
is still very scary.
yeah. I guess there's no reason to risk it, and they just go a little bit slower. And they probably get all the attack and cast speed they need from Corpse Pact.
And with a lot of the overlaps, then block is very, very strong for that, because you don't need to block all three of them, but blocking one can be like very large. See, he's got very, very good clear speed already, and dying right now and having to do the campaign again, he does not have a lot of twink gear. We did see him pick up a Wanderlust, but he does not have like a lot of things that'll make him like get damage and go through. So it would literally be a full 5-hour setback right now. He doesn't really have a lot. Whereas dying later will be a lot less of a big deal. Like anything he does now in terms of progression, like any map, any analyst points and stuff is huge. So yeah, you want to like leave dying, whereas like even dying day 3 or day 4 might not even be a setback at all, because you might have a full new gear set that you can swap to. But yeah, dying like early map progression is one of the worst things that can happen to you. It's very demotivating. It just means that all the time you wasted so far or played so far is a bit of a waste. And that's why you'll also see like very often when people die at a high level, they're able to get like, yeah, it might have taken them 3 or 4 days to get level 98, but they might be able to get back there in a actual half a day, because they already have tier 16 maps and everything unlocked, as well as a lot of spare gear.
Mm-hmm. A lot of that progression is front loaded, so
Yeah.
levels aren't nearly as bad to get as the gear and the maps and the atlas and the
Yeah.
crafting materials and all that.
Getting all that gem XP, getting all the support gems leveled up is going to increase his damage quite a lot. So he will have substantially more damage. Obviously, getting 1% more damage on all the support gems every time he's leveling will add up massively. Kaiser is fighting the Act 9 boss, and it seems pretty smooth.
I do want to see Ben do Malachi here just to see him obliterate it, and then Elk on the Carcass boss there.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Honestly,
things
his
happening.
damage is better than I thought it would be. He just
Yeah.
kind of like cast Desecrate once, pop it, Desecrate once more, pop it, boss is dead.
It'll be interesting to see if we have any like top 5 rips, like day 1.
I mean, he is actually getting chunked a fair bit there.
Yeah, it's crazy. And what could happen? Like if that portal opens up and crits, it could easily chunk him down. And you might have noticed that he does very, very little HP here on the boss, but still does a lot of damage. And that slam will absolutely one-shot, no question about it. Kaiser going back in with portals, trying to like mitigate some of the mechanics. Just like waiting for them to explode, and then just boom. So much damage.
Easy.
Easy Act 9 boss. And now that means that Kaiser unlocks Merc Lab. And not only that, but this is actually such a huge unlock, because let's say that Kaiser dies now after unlocking Merc Lab, his next character will be able to do Merc Lab super early.
Ranger.
Oh no.
I'll switch this PvV real quick, but
That is a rank 1 down. Huge rip.
alright. Oh, he's just watching.
He's
his
gonna
own
watch the
I
clip
think.
for us. Oh, he's clipping it. The Act 9 boss. Oh
Wow, I told you about the shotgun, chat. You can see, if you squint a little bit, when they overlap like that, they just instantly kill you. He's not happy about that one.
So fast too with the haste.
I know, and to make it all the way to Act 9, almost at Merc Lab, oh man. Sucks too, because then he doesn't have the trial.
Yeah, he doesn't have the trial for the Oasis, so that's probably, I would say that is literally the worst time in the Gauntlet you can die.
Definitely.
Literally the worst time. I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'm also gonna go get a drink. Do you want anything?
No, I'm okay. I should be okay.
Brutal, Mike.
Brutal.
It's already 3 a.m. Let's go fast.
On your jug, Bone Shadow Guide for Gauntlet, you don't have an Affliction Ascendancy listed. Well, we can just take a look at what Al Kaiser is doing real quick. I think I have his profile open somewhere here. So I don't know if they have one. No, so Al Kaiser doesn't have a Wildwood Ascendancy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they would go for Charms, if I had to take a guess. But the problem there is you don't have any good Charms while leveling, really. So it's a little bit tricky. Exile's mapping now? Yeah, we saw that. Obviously, we can only see 3 POVs at a time, and, you know, I guess if Khan's in lab, we can swap back to Exile just to get all endgame POVs. Yeah, so we could do a gear comparison at some point later. Because I'm curious who's got the better gear here. They seem pretty similar geared though, eh? They got the same flask setup and similar life values, so. Will Gauntlet come to console ever? I have no idea. Unfortunately, this would be the one to answer that question. I think I've heard this say probably not was the answer to that. I think. Tinctures are OP? True, yeah. Yeah, true. Maybe the Wildwood with the tinctures is the better choice. How are the new players doing? From looking at the leaderboards, very corpsey. But I do remember checking out DM and Rax, and they seem to be doing decently well. I'm impressed that they're still going. So yeah, DM is chillin'. Looks like he's still clearing Act 2. Just did Fiddy and Weaver, so he's progressing towards Val now. And we have Rax, DM in Act 2. Yeah, I mean, he died 4 times, but he kept going and he figured out a build and he's chilling now. And then obviously we have Rax, who is middle of Act 3, so he'll be doing lab not too long from now. So they're both alive and both doing well. So what about Rise? Raizu has remember he didn't die. He actually got his what do you call it? He got his alt gem, his trans gem, first try. Or maybe not first try, but he got it early and he decided to re-roll straight into the Bomber build that he wants to play. So he has actually already re-rolled. So I don't know if I don't think he's died. I think he just re-rolled. So is Mathel part of it? Mathel has opted out of the Gauntlet this time. As he has told, I remember checking out his stream and he's got the white text for because obviously I guess he gets the question a lot. So he had that big white text, not playing Gauntlet this time.
Do you mind if I steal one of your noodles?
Go for it.
The late night noodles?
Yeah, go for it. He gets it like twice a minute, yeah. Did you learn anything new from just looking at other races and not racing? Main thing I learned is Ben and Exile must communicate a lot because they're doing like similar pace, similar thing. They must communicate. They must like talk a lot about theory crafting the Gauntlet. I think they have a mentality of doing as best. They like the competition, they don't mind sharing all the strats between each other. So they're pretty happy to share information with each other. I think they all are on the Discord. So in terms of strategy, well, the big thing, and I mentioned this earlier, is you would think with the pace that they're going at, it's all about speed, right? Like they're just speed running this. And that's true, but the way they speed run is through having powerful builds. Because if you look at both Ben and Exile, their builds are strong, right? Like they're not playing weak builds that are like under-geared. They're actually very well geared and they're very strong. They only plan around what they can realistically get. So it's, you know, what would you say? It's repeatable. But what they do repeat is very strong. So Alex and Valenta now, yeah. So as we saw, I mean, I think he'll be fine, but Valenta is capable of shotgunning you to infinity. But Alk knows this, so I assume he's not gonna... Yeah, you see he's gonna avoid getting shotgun there. Yeah, consistent, yeah. Because I personally don't mind a bit of RNG. Like, I'll play to gamble, but Ben and Exile don't really go for that gamble. They go for something repeatable and consistent. So what is Ben's build? So Ben is currently playing Volatile Dead of Seething. Now, you do need to clear the Gauntlet with a Trance Gem, and so they've opted for Volatile Dead of Seething. This is mechanically very similar to DD. The main difference being that you can't realistically scale it with Ignite. You have to scale it with Hit. So no Ignite this time. And the endgame scaling is different as well. So it kind of plays it's like Bladefall, Blade Blast. So you are most likely... I'm just spitballing here. I'm predicting that they'll boss with Desecrate Arcanist Brand and spam VD. And then what will happen is the Corpse Pact will scale attack and cast speed of that, which will increase your single target as long as you can trigger it quickly enough. So it's, like I said, it's kind of like a DD and Bladefall Blade Blast in one, if that makes sense. So the mapping might not be as nice as regular DD, but obviously DD's banned. But I think the bossing will be... Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that Arcanist brand setup is pretty insane. Doesn't the Ignite scale with the hit though? Yeah, but you can only have one Ignite on a target, Azura. So if you DD 10 times, your damage is the same as if you had DD'd once, effectively. So the issue there is you can't scale Ignite with a multi-hit. Well, you can, but it's stupid. Like, you know, it's just, you know, it's just bad, right? So the bossing is worse. The Ignite scaling from DD is really strong. Yeah. I mean, I have not POB'd this build, so I have to spitball a bit. It wouldn't surprise me if it's high damage, though. Ben said it's about 10 times weaker. Really? 10 times weaker? So let's say Ben has 10 mil Ignite. You're saying he has 1 mil DPS with VD at endgame? He said 2? Yeah, I was gonna say 2 times weaker makes more sense. 10 times is like what?
I'll just put that here for now. I'll be able to eat it right away.
You have to mix that very well, by the way.
Oh.
Like very well.
Now?
Like a lot. Yeah, you have to mix it more than once.
Okay. Well.
And it should. You really it goes at the bottom, so you want to like.
Right. Cool.
Because otherwise, what will happen is you'll have a layer
just had a
of
rip.
just seasoning.
Right.
So it should look blacker than that.
Okay.
Or darker. Whatever.
Right, we'll just put that here for now. There. Right.
Yeah, I'm my expert at, mixing noodles, chat.
Nice.
And it should get thick.
Oh, okay. I put in a little bit less water because I was worried it would be too watery.
Oh no, it turns in... Oh, you probably messed up then. So it will turn like sludge.
Okay. I'm feeling that it's sludgy already.
Yeah, when you put the thing on, it'll cook it or whatever and turn into... Yeah, this is casting noodle tech right here.
Where are you guys casting from? We're in Steele's house right now. Because like obviously I have a child, so being like really, really loud while casting and stuff would be a bit disruptive. What noodle are those? Wicked late night noodles. And it's late night. This is the only time you're allowed to eat them. If you eat them during the day, you actually die. You mean your house? Yes, it is my house, but still lives here. Hashtag not sponsored. True. True. Another
Fat
rip. So we
God
just
is
had
dead.
2 people in top 50 die.
I feel like that's probably an Al-Kaiser's lad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. You got Pip God and Fat God.
Probably. Late night noodles with Sis and Steel. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. We can do another display shout out as well.
Definitely. Alright. Another commercial time. I wonder which ones I haven't played yet. This one.
Is everything bleak in the Gauntlet and it's got you a bit depressed and down? Brighten up your walls and put a display on them. But wait, there's actually more. We have loads and loads of cool different displays that you can brighten up your walls, and they're super simple to attach to a wall. As long as you have a straight and flat wall, you can put one of these sticky metal bits on them and boom, magnets. It's basically magic. It attaches to the wall, and if you have multiple displays and you want to move them around, it's super easy. You just pull them off the magnet and put them back on. Even I can do it.
Alright. Actually, does this work? Wait, yeah, eat.
I'll let it cool a bit. It's too warm to eat. Wait, don't do that. This is not an eating stream. It's not a mukbang stream. I'll eat a bit later when it cools down. Also, that might pick up a lot, so I might like ditch for like 5 minutes and eat real quick.
Food noises.
Yeah, no, I would go insane.
Stage rip. Yeah, well, we technically did see it, so we'll definitely review some of these rips tomorrow, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we will wake up to a lot of rips as well, so that'll be a lot of fun. It's been honestly like a surprising amount of rips to Solaris and Lunaris. I wasn't expecting them to be that deadly.
Exile is the first to enter the estuary.
There it is. 2 people competing in maps.
Look at them go.
Look at them go, dude.
They're gaming.
Login, dude. Login. No, that's very fun.
The cast should be 5 p.m. tomorrow, so we'll get some sleep. Hopefully wake up a little bit before, and we can jump into the cast at 5, and we'll eventually cycle to a 12 p.m. start time.
Yeah, and then we'll be starting 12 p.m. every day. That is the plan. That is the plan.
Yeah, I say hopefully, because we're gonna have to like somehow maneuver our sleep schedule back a few hours each day.
Yeah, and if Steel doesn't wake up, I'll just bang on his door until he does wake up as well. So that'd be nice. I don't know if I have keys to here. Maybe I do. Oh, that's too
I
warm.
actually don't know if you do or not.
I'm not sure. First to enter cemeteries. So right now we're seeing a lot of the early map clearing. And I don't know if we've seen anyone like open their atlas for long enough to see what they're going towards. I'm guessing maybe they already have 1 guaranteed essence per map. I haven't seen. We will see now. Let's try to pay attention with Ben getting there. Level 76 as well. And he will be picking up another atlas point here. Now there is a bounty for having both Brother's Gift and Brother's Stash at the same time.
Yeah, I guess there's a non-zero chance, right?
Yeah, you could technically get both in the same map. Those chests could have a Brother's Gift and a Brother's Stash.
Yeah.
He's picking up some Delirium stuff there as well. Let's see.
So did Alkaiser clear Katava? Or is he just getting ready to enter maps?
He is just, well, I mean, I was gone making some noodles, but I haven't seen. Man, look at that. And those projectiles that you're seeing here would be extremely deadly and a lot of past gauntlets. And one of the things that people are really scared of, but because there's not as much Fizz's Extra and things like that, they are a little bit more reasonable than normal. But multi-purge does make them like very scary.
Oh, he's doing a bone shadow swap.
Ah,
So obviously ditching the Sunder there.
that makes sense.
So yeah, obviously this league, Magic Find has been a very big part of the league, with the Wildwood being so strong with quantity and rarity buffs. So there's a chance we see some Magic Find in the Gauntlet. I don't know if it'll be magic fine in the sense that people will swap in rarity gear. I don't actually think that will happen.
Maybe a rarity gem.
Possibly. But we will definitely see some wildwood farming. I know Khan was mentioning the charms, which we talked about. Maybe some tinctures from El Kaiser wouldn't surprise me for some flash sustain. So we'll see how that goes.
There is an essence there, so he might already have the 1 guaranteed essence, which will start adding up as like some free, like early on, it's just free alchemies for some rings and stuff. Wow, that's clear though. But we're about to see him open it. Atlas right now. Probably won't have long to look, so if you blink, you'll miss it. Gonna keep that shield.
Alright.
That is a nice shield. So right now he's going to be keeping like anything that's usable, especially in case he has to swap a lot of gear. That could be like a very, very good thing to hang on to.
There is a king bounty, so we will see a king clear.
But that is an endgame king,
Yeah.
not an
Now,
early
in terms
one.
of people farming that which was taken, I mean, people will probably... It's not a super, 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 super hard boss relative to the rest of the content.
Especially if you have a lot of damage.
Yeah, so I could imagine people at least killing him. I don't think people will go out of the way to farm it.
I think they will. That which was taken could be a very, very big upgrade for a lot of builds. And getting one stat that you want, something like suppression or restoration, on top of something else, like one other stat, could be very, very game changing early.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I guess
Augmented
they'll-
life.
They'll probably want the covered in ash.
Yeah. Yeah, early on you have pretty much no regals. Regals early are exceedingly rare, and even getting a regal during the campaign is just like quite unlikely that you're going to get one. Kaiser now has the 3rd trial, assuming he doesn't die here. That'll be a huge, huge buff for future characters.
Yeah, because you can actually do that Merc Lab earlier before you get to Act 10 if you have the trials unlocked, so it's nice to have that just done.
Yeah. So I think he's about to open up his Atlas, and maybe we'll get to see what he's doing there. Maybe.
So these guys are what is termed as blasters, correct. So Exile and Ben are probably the 2 best players in the game right now. straight up.
Absolutely.
So they are the definition at this point.
+1. I'm not even doing it on purpose. When is he gonna open up his Atlas? I've been waiting.
We're all kind of push jumping right now because we got to, like he said, it's going to be very quick. So we just want to see what direction he's going to go.
Yeah, like
if he
if
is
we
taking
blink.
essences and Kirak, that's what I would be guessing. Push jump.
What?
There we go.
Oh, so okay. So he does
Oh,
have essence,
and
and
Jun.
he's going on the right side for
Yeah.
Jun.
Essence and Jun. I assume he'll pass to Kirak eventually, though.
Probably.
Yeah, and worth pointing out, they are skipping the Wildwood. It is something I would say that you do when you've over-leveled that mechanic. Think of Wildwood as a tier above at least, minimum. Maybe a 2, honestly.
I'm just gonna go inhale this food real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, see, when we're using one mic for casting, so I had this thought as well when I was down below getting food. I realized I can't eat on stream because we can't mute my mic because we're using the same mic. So yeah, he has to go scoff it like this off cam. Yeah, I meant down below, like, stairs, but it on stream. Ideally, we don't do mukbang casting. Ideally. If I remember correctly, Ben wanted Essence Kirak Expedition. Right. Should I switch from Spinning Steel to Gauntlet? Spinning Steel to Helix? Khan does, so I would guess the answer to that question is yes. But yeah, as I said, because they are in the Oasis, this should be relatively cozy farming for them. So they're just going to work on getting the suppression going for yellow maps, getting that Atlas passives, playing it safe, getting that, just overpowering the content. And they're going to want to stick here for a while. So I would be surprised if they progress into red maps today, I mean, I guess they have to, right? I mean, I guess this is... See, I wouldn't. That's the thing. But that's the thing. I don't know. Do you think, chat, do you guys think they're gonna go for red maps, or do you think they'll do the slow, steady strat where they do the Kirak missions? I think it would be crazy if they were doing red maps by tomorrow. By like 12 hours from now. The slow. Ben said no reds earlier. Right. See, that's interesting. See, that right there shows you why this gauntlet is different. They are not planning on running reds ASAP. Like, normally by day one, they would be in reds already. But I don't think that's going to happen this gauntlet. I think that would be, even for them, it would be a mistake. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be the first into reds, but I don't think they'll be I don't think they'll be in reds for a while. So what's different? So the difficulty of the mods is different. Is Ben using stationary VD? Volatile Dead of Seething. I don't know if that means stationary or not, but... So what are the mods? I do have a thingamajiggy. I think I still have it up. Is it this thing? Oh my god, yeah, I did it. So, so right now this is where they're at. As you can see, the campaign is fucked. White maps is okay, right? And then you can see wrapping up to yellow and red maps. Up to reds, which is what we were talking about earlier, is 50% less damage, 40% more damage they deal, 20% haste, 30% AoE, 4 proj, which is so toxic, by the way. That's actually super toxic. That's super toxic. And then 20% faces extra chaos. So they're gonna need capped res, and then they're probably still gonna die randomly to multi-proj AoE. That is toxic, dude. That's super toxic. Massive for MF. Well, we don't think it works, so... Yeah, anyway, just closing that.
You can take a quick break if you want.
Yeah, I'll go.
Or you can take a longer break.
I'll take a small break. Alright. My lovely co-host.
I have inhaled food. Alright. Ooh.
You okay?
I'm good.
Okay.
I am good. That was good. A little bit of food. We can take a look at some of the other people and see how they're like catching up as well, and see who's still live. Oh, Scion Gauntlet going down to position 49, and even that is like fairly high level. Waggle is around that level 49 mark too. Check on Karn. Yeah, we're going to be going through quite a lot of people right now. Let's see. Ventura is off for today. So we'll keep Ben open. Rise is making steady progress. So Rise has not died, by the way. Rise has not died. He got his Transfigure Gem and has rerolled. And you can see the build has a lot of damage. So he's doing something called Bama. It's Blink Arrow, Mirror Arrow. Gonna be very, very interesting to see how that performs. Let's check in on Darth. Darth is still at death counter 4. He is in Val Ruins. So I'm guessing that means that he has picked up his Ascension, which gives him all that free res he needs. He's at 800 life already. Really taking his time. Being Toxic Rain. Just absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it. Captain Lance is back from baby duty, is level 49. Dad Gamer. Can we please not have lullaby music? I'm trying not to fall asleep. There you go. Captain Lance killing it. Although, maybe he's not back from baby duty. Maybe he's just on screen. Let's check how Jung is doing. Rax is killing it as well. He is in Act 3. Oh, he's maybe actually doing like Swing of Hope and stuff. Like he's maybe doing the side quests. He's done for the day. Okay. Do characters move to Void or Hardcore SSF Affliction at the end of the gauntlet? Hardcore SSF Affliction. So Jung is farming Merklab, but look how fast he is. Just absolutely zooming through. Rax as well, just honestly very impressive. So for those that don't know, Rax has never played hardcore in PoE before. And, he does play hardcore in Diablo. But this is his first gauntlet and he is deathless and in Act 3. So absolutely crushing it. Absolutely. Lance just raided. Thanks so much, Lance. Welcome, everyone. Let's see who else is still going.
Absolutely.
Tracked him. Tai Cassie Lily. Let's see if NBA Extreme is still going. NBA Extreme is called it quits for today. Let's see if Slage is re-rolling. He is. He's back in the climb. You want to do a chair bike?
Sure.
Rax is in Act 3. And Darth is at the end of Act 2.
Very nice. Rex changes left click. I guess he was forced to. Rex did move on,
Oh, that's funny.
It's forced.
So it's actually really interesting. Like, Darth is actually going really fast because think about the fact that Darth is at 4 deaths and isn't too far behind Rex. But Rex is just taking his time and doing deathless, so both are pretty valid strategies. Obviously, not dying is great as well. So Slade is re-rolling and is back in the climb. And then we can see... do a checkup on MPM. Usually goes for quite a while too. And he is at Act 5 Kitava. I wonder if he's died.
Who? MBM?
Yeah.
I think he just rerolled. So I don't think he's died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did that champion just for the bounty.
Let's see. Dr. Dexter called it, right? Pillet and Nordwinds both hard at it. Pillet's level 54. I think Nordwinds is like 3rd on progression. So yeah, so he is in maps as well. Absolutely crushing it.
That's cool to see Nord wins.
I know. It's so good.
A relatively unknown, at least I've not heard of Nord wins before, competing. Not far behind at all.
Literally competing with the best Path of Exile players.
Yeah.
I love when people come out of the blue. Or could it be?
That's not Thai, obviously. Or could it be?
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 Oh no. Let's see. Say Bye Bye is also farming Merklab. And this is what we're going to be seeing a lot of now. We're going to see a lot of normal labs. We'll keep casting for a bit, I think, and see like a lot of the map unlocks and stuff. Like quite a lot of exciting stuff happening there. But we are going to be seeing a lot of normal lab Merc lab and a lot of normal maps now for a bit.
What skill is Nord using? Oh, good question. I didn't check if he was doing seething or not. Yes, he is indeed doing seething as well. So he's got the same tech.
The Terrence is in Merc lab, it looks like.
It's a tiny bit hard to tell, isn't it?
Looks like Merc lab. It looks pretty slow.
Yeah, with that Merc lab giving you those trans shims, and because this is a trans shim gauntlet, you're gonna have to farm a little bit of lab.
You guys are too close. We have to be. We have a very limited green screen.
Mm-hmm.
Cozy stream. Oh, it is actually cruel.
Yeah. See, the reason it's hard to tell is because the difficulty increase from crawl to Merc lab isn't that great. So it's a little bit hard to like know if they're doing You know, normally it would be very obvious because you'd see 2k life and 3k life, but here it's like right in the middle, you know? He could have low life for Merc or high life for Cruel.
Landlord making tenant do unpaid work again. So he is actually getting paid for this.
Well, he's going to try to pay me.
Yeah, he's trying to refuse payment, which I think is illegal.
Well, to be clear, you never said you were going to pay me, and you brought it up once.
What?
But I said I would do this for free. I said you
No, we've always said that.
No, but when I said yes, there was no discussion about any payment. So just to be clear,
Obviously, we were going to pay you. We always pay everyone.
Okay.
He hates money.
Money's unethical.
He'll get paid off stream if you know what I mean.
Still, if you're good at something, never do it for free. What's the thing about that? I've never casted before, so...
You're very good at it. Very natural.
Oh, gosh. I have no idea.
You're doing great. I think chat's having a good time.
Yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed something new, at least for me and Ziz, with the cast itself. Hopefully it's going alright.
It's been a lot of fun. Terran's finishing up Cruel Lab here. I wonder what transgem he's going to be going for. And that is a really, really cool thing. Everyone will be using a transgem.
Yeah, and we're not familiar with all the builds this time around. I actually have no clue what he's going for.
He's thinking about it.
Does anyone actually know?
I think he's going for cremation.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the logical conclusion based off a green gem. That or the seeding.
He's thinking about it. He takes none of them, but he is leveling in cremation. That's a pretty good indicator.
Yeah.
Did Yosis die? I don't know if Yosis plays in the outlets. He does do the narration. And if you're wondering, yeah, we will have the highlight videos that Scrya and Yosis make together. Salutations, Exile. Do Gauntlet everything or else? I think twice a year is a really optimal amount for the Gauntlet.
So speaking as a competitor, every now and then, every single 3 months does burn you out a little bit, and you don't really necessarily feel like skipping one, but you kind of force yourself to now and then. So I do like every, what do you call it, bi-yearly or
Bi-yearly? Well, no.
twice yearly?
Twice yearly Gauntlet. Ex-competitor.
Biannual.
Yeah, maybe we'll just cast from now on.
Yeah.
Maybe we're
biannual.
washed. John got a bitter dream. Oh. Oh, let's
For what
look
he's
at that.
doing, the
yeah, very good.
Ice Nova thingy or the Vortex thingy could be interesting.
I do wish this thing was alphabetical.
John currently coping. See, the thing with John coping, chat, is when he pulls it off, it's fucking epic.
Oh, he looks so excited. Look at his face, dude. He's trying to convince everyone right now. He's like, guys, it's actually a really good unique. Guys, you don't understand. It gives you a 9 link. Hello? You guys are bad. I can hear it right now.
Some of the best builds I've ever played in Path of Exile have been Jang Roman builds, but they're also like... They're very bad at doing things that aren't what they're designed to do. You just mute that.
Oh, shit. I don't think that'll even appear in clips, but...
Now, the funny thing about that is if you unmute Junk stream at any moment, he says something about cock or
yeah,
something lewd.
Oh, that was very funny. Yeah, I don't think that'll appear in clips because we have actually muted everything in case any of the competitors are
So I
playing
apologize
copyrighted
for
music.
anyone trying to watch the VOD.
Yeah,
For that.
for those that are watching the VOD, as soon as I unmuted, Junk said, if I get it, I'll suck your cock, or something like that. So it's just
If I
great
get twice
timing.
blessed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is going for those trans gems. What do you guys actually completely, well, not necessarily completely off topic, but how do you guys feel about trans gems being locked behind lab specifically? Because obviously we've seen a lot of the Gauntlet races having to refarm a lot of lab. Like everyone is kind of forced to an extent, at least this Gauntlet. is forced to do some amount of lab to get that gem, and that is how you get them.
I think it's been pretty limited.
It's okay, but it could be better. I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It would have been nice to get a whole new system, but that's also
At least
a
lab
huge
is
ask.
At least lab is pretty rippy in this. Remove the golden doors. True. Level 78. So a big level to hit in the Gauntlet is level 90, and that is because of expedition. So you're going to see very limited expedition rerolls until then, because then you can get item level 85 and item level 86. 86 being very important for shields and chests in order to get that tier 1 spell suppression roll. Ben is actually still using that that belt. That's great. That was a huge early drop. I think he got that in like Chamber of Innocence.
Very early.
Very
yeah,
early.
Chamber of Innocence, because they were joking about it being a mage blood.
Academy unlocked, so like we're seeing all the early map unlocks right now, and then whenever they've gone through all the white maps, we're gonna see a lot of Kira spam as well. Now it will be interesting to see if anyone is going to play around with not completing a map. There are a lot of strategies specifically around target farming by not completing that people might not know about. For example, you can choose not to complete everything of an entire tier, so that, you know, if a map that drops a divination card is on that tier, that'll be the only map you drop of that. And there's an additional strategy that's really, really interesting that we
Oh, I think he got his Ice Nova, by the way.
Ooh, he looks excited.
He's going for the bid
I
during
think
the
he's
swap.
gonna respec. Look how happy he looks, dude.
Well, he's definitely going to get ready for the respec for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
The other strategy you can use, if you have not completed only one singular map, every time you do a scouting report, an explorer scouting report, every single map that's offered to you from Kirak is going to be that map. So let's say you have Crimson Temple as the only map you haven't completed. Every time you pop an explorer scouting report, you're almost guaranteed that one of the 3 tiers gives you a full stack of divination cards, and this might be a really reliable way to get, like, you know, an increased chance of things like Taste to Hate or other things. Like, obviously doing this for something like a Mage Blood is incredibly rare, although I think Manny or somebody did get that pretty recently. But for things that are like maybe in like a tier 2, tier 3 rarity, Taste to Hate, it is actually very reasonable, and I know Sai was talking about doing that this Gauntlet. Kaiser's about to fight Kitava. Let's slap him in instead of Jung.
Oh, shit. The Boner Man.
The Bone Zone.
Got a Taste of Hate like that this league? Yeah, Taste of Hate would be a good target for that.
Yeah, probably the best. 6 sinks as well, not too bad, are they? Because that's like you're guaranteed almost.
Oh, looks like he's going to do a little bit more farming.
Yeah, that's alright. We are going to have a lot of farming in the early ones.
Nordbins is already in map, so... Oh, I did. I was like, that looked like Act 9. It's funny.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of the map completion, and then...
We could actually take a break to look at the gear.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's look at a few like top 4, top 5 gear.
I think I'm just going to do the stalling screen.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so this is going to brick.
Mm-hmm.
Production! There we go. Alrighty.
Let's go to PRE racing.
For whatever reason as well, my mouse like totally vanishes. There we go. Alright, so we can take a look at... Well, should we just go down the list?
Just go to PRE racing, yeah.
So let's just take a look at the rank 1 of each class. Let's do that. That sounds good.
It's a great idea.
Well, we already know Benjamin. And well, we'll take a look at Ben and we'll take a look at Ben and Exile real quick. So level 78. So this is what I like to look at. This is what I like to do. Let's go. Oopsie, sorry. Okay, so we already mentioned the belt of the Siva there, giving him a bit of crit reduction. Bless you.
Thanks.
And he is on a 4-link, so no 6-link. He doesn't have any Wildwood shenanigans happening. Just the buckskin, of course.
And no syndicate stuff that really stands out either.
No, so he has a basic Amethyst ring, like really basic, honestly. Both basic. So he'll be looking to replace those at some point, potentially with Betrayal, maybe. I could see that being the case with Betrayal. Or Harvest. Although I don't... Like I said, it's kind of hard to get to
This
Harvest.
is very bad early. But like he just needed to get to white maps, and now he's going to be...
Now, these gloves are bad, but it's worth pointing out something interesting. The base is good, and the base gives you so much flat armor that it's... I guess that's partially why he's choosing to use it for that flat armor.
Armor makes such a big difference early. Apparently his shield is very good.
He has...
Suppression and 80
It's
life.
hybrid life with res. Chance to block as well is actually good for him on a good base with suppression. So that's actually very good.
Definitely.
Then he's got life dual res booties with moon speed, just solid, giving him that energy shield for that EB to make sure that mana feels good. I mean, that's also pretty bad. Honestly,
that must be his worst piece. It's just one essence.
Honestly, his gear is not good.
Yeah, it's
his gear's not good,
bad.
and he's crushing it. Well, his helmet's actually really nice. His helmet's really nice.
His helmet's crazy.
So helmet and shield are good, but the rest is pretty bad.
Yeah.
So he has some major upgrades he'll be looking to get.
Yeah, his gear is going to be scaling like crazy now.
Yeah, he's going to get real strong real quick.
As well as his power, and he's most likely not going to move into yellow maps anytime soon. I doubt, at least.
Yeah. And he does have that lucky spell suppression will. So we talked about this earlier. I personally did not like the idea of lucky suppression. I don't like the idea of not having 100%. However, it does protect you against things like Skelly Mages. It's a heck of a lot better to have it when it's this accessible than to not have it. Because if you get that 50%, it rerolls twice, giving you an extra 25% effective, meaning he's probably at something like 75% already, which is, like I said, it's going to protect you against the Skelly Mages, which are completely insane. So,
yeah, and especially for mapping the Quartz Flask, giving an extra 10%, effectively 15, does help a lot as well.
Worth pointing out, because he is a Necromancer, he has that bone offering.
Yeah.
This mana reservation wheel is giving him a ton of
he must have like 30, 40
spell
spell block on top of that too.
Yeah. So he's actually very safe against things like Skelly Mages. I guess his chest isn't as bad as I thought either, because it is giving him armor, ES, res, and he is getting that life mastery, which
and
is...
he is an EB build, so that is how he solves his mana as well.
Yeah.
And he has no life on his chest, which is 15% more life.
Exactly.
Well, increased.
So, I mean, based off this, I would be surprised if Exile's gear is not better. Let's just take a look. PoE, Exile. I would honestly be shocked if Exile's gear wasn't better.
Alright.
Life res,
Chaos
Chaos Rarity, not bad. Belt's
Pretty mediocre
mid.
belt.
Boots are fantastic. Very high life. I think that's hybrid life even.
Yeah, definitely hybrid life. Doesn't go that high.
Fire damage, regen, very, very respectable. The other ring not so good, but actually has rarity. You notice actually he's got rarity here. Pretty good actually. The cast speed life, I mean, that was insane.
Very
He's
nice
gonna be using it for a while. Decent shield. I mean, you know.
And he's got the hybrid craft already for lightning and chaos.
Yeah. Again, more rarity, life and res, not bad. No suppression though. Notably, no suppression.
Open prefix on the helmet, most likely.
It's 50-50. You don't know what the rarity is, right?
He would have crafted something with chaos res.
Surely. And then obviously the weapon's pretty mid as well.
Yeah. A fair essence. Like once they get a screaming fair essence, we're gonna see that these will get replaced.
Exile just dropped a nice Ventos. Yeah, so I guess he is magic finding that. Holy. Etsy was asking, is this a race to a certain level or beating the game? So you do get points for the Gauntlet, up to 95. This is a way of tracking progression mostly, like to track who's in the lead. Then past that, it's a boss kill event. So it has super high damage mods, and it's about who can get the furthest through the Gauntlet of bosses. So you'll start with an easy boss, let's say regular Aziri, which is, honestly, it's really not that easy in the Gauntlet.
It's very hard.
And then that will go all the way to the absolute hardest continent in the game by far, things like the Ubers.
Yeah, and so far I think there's only been one, maybe two Gauntlets that haven't been finished, and those ones we had the Feared in. But yeah, finishing the Gauntlet would be killing every boss, and there's no need to finish the Gauntlet.
It's about who can get the furthest.
Yeah, it's all about who can get the furthest and getting more points than other players.
For example, the very first incarnation of the Gauntlet was cleared by killing Shaper. That was it. That was the hardest boss killed.
Yep. Still get some more builds out of the top 5. So we can just open the Path of Exile Racing, click there.
So,
Let's look at Nordwin's gear.
definitely. PoE.
We see all the top 3 and like compare them.
Beautiful. Alright, so he's not doing too far behind. He is also on the 4 link, and we're seeing a common theme here. Wow. Life cast speed, res, open suffix. But we are seeing a common theme with the amethyst rings. So because
he's keeping that for days.
Yeah, because of this guy adding the extra chaos damage and everything, they are going to try to cap their chaos res. You kind of need it for the wildwood anyway, so honestly it's a good idea to do it regardless.
See his weapon.
Yeah, I mean all their weapons are very mid. I mean this is a good...
That one is better. That's open prefix for fire damage too, which I am quite surprised he hasn't crafted. That is a very large, like he can get 40, 50 fire damage, but he's waiting for the fire damage
honestly,
unveil.
because it's an opal base, he probably just got it.
Yeah, but he also is waiting for the fire damage unveil, because once he gets that, that's like 60% fire damage or something. Yeah. Wow. That is a very nice helmet. No suppression. Pretty bad shield.
I mean, every player has about 1 or 2 pieces of good gear.
Yeah.
And then the rest is garbage.
Let's go through and we'll look at every class rank 1 now that we've looked at the 3 necros, because they are the 3 closest together.
Yeah.
And then we have...
So we have Zhang, Roan, and now Mosh overtaking his Lage. Obviously, he ripped. So we can look at Mosh.
Is he streaming?
Yeah, he is. Well, I think he... Oh, he wasn't when I checked. Maybe he's...
Maybe he's playing upstream.
Yeah. Because you only have to record the kills themselves or once you're claiming for any abilities you're trying to claim. So this is the rank 1 Ranger. Not far behind. He's 67. So he's probably just not in maps yet, but he's not far behind.
And do remember, this is a class Gauntlet, so you don't need to... Everyone doesn't have to beat Ben. You just have to be rank 1 of your class. Yeah. And if a lot of people aren't playing your class, then, you know, you have a lot less competition. And another thing, some people might be worried about, what if somebody else, like Ben, finishes the Gauntlet and then comes over and takes your class? They do have to do a full migration and wipe everything. So start the Atlas, everything, and they don't get any gear from their previous character. It is a full wipe if you want to try to compete on multiple classes.
Yeah. So now he does have a pretty high DPS bow here, but because he is Toxic Rain, it's not going to be too impactful. It's more about the attack speed.
Yeah.
So he'll be looking to replace that with a +2 at some point, usually with an Essence. Maybe he'll do some div card farming as well. Depends on if he's going to stay Toxic Rain for a while. In terms of gear, looking, like I said, I mean, pretty basic, really.
That's a decent amulet.
It's basically just ring. Life, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, his gear
very basic.
Nothing too impressive.
Nah.
He's just got what he needs, and he's
pure skill.
With that. So,
very little chaos rest.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard for him.
Yeah, the first player we've seen actually to not run Amethyst Ring.
Yeah,
so.
very, very scary.
That's
terrifying, and he doesn't have chaos nodes either.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then we have Zhang Rogaine. So he is a trickster. Only trickster, I think, on the ladder for a while at least. Yeah, 5 levels behind.
5 levels ahead.
So just flat cold. He did get that lucky 5 link very early, so that's very nice.
Yeah, it's going to carry him for a while on damage.
Crazy nice ring, actually. Another life res cast speed ring.
Very nice. Is that an open on anything?
Open prefix.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets Elrond early.
Pretty bad gloves.
They're awful. Wait, what? Wow, not a bad belt.
Oh, Sintry Tricks is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's a lot of energy shield and evasion.
Is he Ghost Dance? No, so he doesn't get EHP from that really, but unless he's Mom.
Oh, he is NEB, so that's very big then. And the evasion's pretty substantial too.
Right. Just realized his escape artist isn't doing much work here. Yeah, see the problem with Trickster is it is very strong with gear.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're not using an evasion chest, this node does nothing.
Yeah, so we can explain how the node works if you want to hover over it. Yeah, so it's basically you're getting the one that really matters is the bottom one. So the more evasion is on your body armor, you get loads of flat energy shield. So if you stop on a Sadist Carb with the, 400 energy shield and like 1,600 evasion, basically counts as if you had an 800 energy shield Valor Regalia, but you still get that evasion on top. And then you're getting additional evasion from your helmet as well.
Now, worth pointing out, you either run CI with this and it's just raw EHP, which is insane, or you go hybrid like Jung's doing. So the reason he's EB Mom here is if you run Eldritch Battery, it turns your energy shield into a form of mana, which allows you to run Mind Over Matter, so you can effectively run a hybrid setup. So this turns into EHP, but he's not really getting the benefit from that quite yet. He'll need the he'll need a new chest. And obviously, because he's got a 5-link key, he doesn't want to drop that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a bit annoying there.
Like, you would definitely notice, like, the damage on that is quite nice. Although, he did find that Bitter Dream, so he might be looking into that.
Yeah, I would definitely go Bitter Dream and just get a Satyr Scarab.
Wait, does he even have... Did he have support auras in there? Or what does he have in there? Oh, never
That's his
mind.
damage link.
I just think we hovered over Discipline or something and I got confused. Yeah, that makes sense. His shield looked decent.
Yeah, life and spell crit, not terrible. Open suffix. No, open
prefix.
prefix. Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Definitely good. Let's go look at some other classes.
So, we now have Say
Wow,
Bye Bye.
Karn is 9 levels above the second duelist.
Yeah, it's crazy. We have Khan, Say Bye Bye, and the SRS guy that we looked at earlier, and now Skydeep, a new Ascendant. Let's take a look at Khan and Say Bye Bye. Khan. I wonder if that's gonna work. Oh, it is. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Alright, so Khan. He has a
respectable
pretty decent
weapon.
axe, you know. Fizz damage attacks be crafted at flat fizz. That'll get him through the
Must be
door.
like 400, 500 somewhere. Probably 400.
That'll get him through the door at least.
Yeah, and here we see also no crafted life, which it can. It definitely can craft life, so I guess he's hoping to replace this
I
pretty
think he
soon.
wants Alks probably.
Yeah, that one's decent.
Yeah. Honestly, his
Good
gear is
ball. Definitely some of the better gear we've seen.
yeah, again he does
Oh,
need to craft
wow.
life, but
Very nice with the attack speed on that.
I would say
I mean, that's the worst, but it does
yeah,
have percentage
except for
armor
the
on it.
amulet, everything else is very good.
Yeah, I think Karn is the best gear that we've seen so far in the Gauntlet.
Not too bad, not too bad. All right, and then Say Bye Bye. So by comparison, so same archetype of build, most likely Bone Zone, I assume, indeed. Wow, actually, that's really nice.
Very nice.
it's getting doubled as well.
1,778
On
armor.
a 5-link as well.
And especially
already.
early, items that have implicits are really good. Late game, we do write these over with Eldritch stuff, but early on, you don't really have access to that. So getting like 36 res early is huge. Then we can see here the weapon. Wow. Is that tempered? That must be tempered. So this must be like 500 or close to it. And not as much attack speed as Karn's axe, but each hit is like really, really gonna hit. IK is doing Kitava. Who's IK?
If you take PoE Racing, maybe we can... It's second tab.
Oh, Alk.
Oh!
Let's go watch that.
That's like saying Zizaran.
Yeah, we can switch over to Alkaiser and look at that.
Sure. Well, we could go full screen.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And there it is! The Bone Main. The Bone Zone.
He's doing it. He's him.
Do your best, Demon Gurgle.
No, I don't really know. Yeah, Alkaiser definitely like favoring tank over damage. Like I think a lot of the other players are focusing really hard, especially early on damage, just having enough tank. But Alkaiser is pretty much immortal at this
I
point.
noticed as well he's not using Bone Shatter of Complex Trauma. He did he not get one? It's a
Maybe
little bit
not.
hard to keep track of who has it and who doesn't.
Yeah, a lot of people have been farming lab and trying to get things early and stuff.
Yeah, we can take a look after he clears this.
More life than my level 100.
It hurts too much to use early.
I'm surprised.
Oh, apparently he was using it, but it was killing him.
I'm surprised. Because Karn's using it. But I guess he has the Slayer
Khan
Lich.
and Say Bye Bye using it, so...
Yeah, I'm surprised. Especially because he's so tanky. Does he have Blood Rage? Yeah, he does.
I mean, maybe they're killing themselves and they just They're just tanking it.
They're okay with it. They're like, maybe I'll
But
die.
maybe Alcázar doesn't feel as comfortable going so low.
Yeah. Instantly HOP, yeah. Can sustain, right. Man, he looks so tanky though. He's out of flasks. Does not risk it though, even though Kitava is basically dead. He sees that he's out of flasks and actually like portals out just to make sure. And it's so easy to die to like little mistakes like that, like thinking like, oh, I'm at the end of the fight, let's just like stay in, like what's the worst that can happen, and boom, you're back at the beach going, no way, dude.
Easy
Very
clap.
clean kill. So we have like 5 or 6 people in maps already. Very fast. Especially
Yeah,
considering
legit.
how deadly this gauntlet is early. And we have been seeing a lot of people just get bursted down. And the people that are in maps now have had so many close calls while getting here. I feel like most players have had 2 or 3 close calls on the way to maps.
Alright.
That was a decent
we can take
ring.
a look at his gear actually. Production. There we go. So we'll just take a quick look at his gear. Just to get an idea of what he's working with here. So he has the worst axe out of everyone so far.
Yeah, that's very bad.
An okay Copia, not very, actually okay, kind of.
It's got high armor. I think
Nice
it's very
amethyst
nice.
ring, both nice amethyst rings actually, not bad. Gloves are pretty poopy, but they got the mana lich. It's probably why he's got them on. Belt serviceable, got that big armor roll. Actually,
Yeah, it's
not,
good. And
not bad.
reduced charges.
Yeah, everyone's got pretty decent boots by this point.
Yeah. That's also, there's a reason for that. Everybody's picking up pretty much every boot, to be honest.
Yeah.
That amulet is amazing.
Omega lol. And then the helmet's nothing too crazy. Yeah, I mean, unsurprisingly, at this point in the campaign, no one's got crazy good gear. Everyone's got 1 or 2 good pieces. Really.
So quite a lot of bounties have been claimed so far, so I can read out.
Sure,
so-
I'll just
so
have the bounty list as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we can actually click on claimed here. I don't know if it's updated yet, but I think I have a few more here that aren't listed. So first to ascend, Master of Metal, that is claimed by Most Positive Men. And then we have first to slay the Fawn in Act 1 while double empowered by Wisps, that is claimed by Havoc. First to slay Merveil with no movement skills, Ballista and Quicksilver. And that is by Nick Exile.
As well as the Fire Fury in
Fire
the
Fury
Coast
in the
with
Coast,
Flame
yeah.
Dash, both from Exile.
Cat's Paw 1 to 3 is by Duromon. And then
We did see a lot of people actually going for that and just getting like they hit the fire damage roll, but they didn't hit the right roll.
yeah, and Exile even like pretty early hit the 1 to 3 cold damage.
Yeah.
First to say, act on Kitava before reaching level 70, wearing only blue or
Oh,
uncommon
wow.
items.
That's the rank 1 SRS guy.
That's so cool.
Maybe
Well,
that's why he was going for like a little bit scuff gear, hey?
First to say, our Kali spinner using only poison tornado shot by mechanisms. We're seeing like a lot of different people claiming things here. First to acquire 1,000 rampage stacks by Fight Car. So he must have gotten a
Neat.
rampage glove very, very early. But I still don't understand where in the campaign has 1,000 monsters in one zone.
Well, Wildwood probably helps.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
they could loot back to the Wildwood. That pads out another 100 monsters maybe.
Yeah, people are saying Beacon in Act 6.
Oh, it's never ending mobs. That's 5 head. That's 5 head.
Oh, that's so smart. First to say all monsters in Fetid Pool wearing only boots. Waggle. First to say the Weaver in Act 2 using only Flicker Strike by Most Positive Men.
Now we noticed that 2 people tried to go for that as well. Alex went for it. So I guess he got the first submission to get verified.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. Helming gave him the idea. That's very cool.
I guess we can take a look at, if I can find his profile, we can take a look at the blue gear guy.
Yeah, that'd be very cool.
Yeah, so obviously his gear's not blue anymore. It was only blue for the kill itself, but and he's actually on a 4-link now. You'll be glad to know he was
That's
actually
good.
he was
on a
actually
3-link.
in a 3-link for a while there, but he is doing the SRS Guardian. This is both of our league starters effectively.
Yeah.
And it gets carried so strong by the Guardian Ascendancy. It's crazy good. But this is what we would recommend you players other than
It's very strong.
EA, but don't play EA. EA bad.
What's his one? Is it just minion damage?
Just minion damage, which makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to get like plus gem levels or anything
22
crazy, and it
though.
doesn't affect the Sentinel anyway. So why is EA bad? It's not. I just like to make fun of my friend. If you can't make fun of your friends, who can you make fun of?
Yourself?
True.
Wow,
Yeah.
look at that ring. Look at it. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Not too bad. All right, so I think we only haven't seen the Scion now. Where's our lovely Scion? Oh, is it Dino now?
You can just click on Skydeep there on the ladder.
Does that? No, because it just like
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, it is Skydeep. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So this is the rank 1 Scion. Now, obviously, Scion, you might be wondering why Scion's so far behind, or maybe you're not because you've played a Scion before. But Scion as a league starter is kind of awful. Your Ascendancies are a bit scuffed, at least until you get to around Merklab, Uberlab. You're kind of weak by the time you hit Crawl Lab and Normal Lab. Honestly, it's just kind of a bit scuffed, the level. But there is merit, and obviously this is a class Gauntlet. There will be a rank 1 Scion, and currently this is Skydeep. So they are currently playing on a 5-link, actually, not too bad. 5-link SRS. And they're using the Explodey belt. I wonder if they're planning on doing, and maybe at some point, a minion instability build.
yeah.
Could be a possibility with SRS of enormity.
Definitely is very strong. Honestly, Steel was playing that and it looked really good. And Tati is out of Lab Hell, so he got what he was looking for. So I think we should go look at Tati and see how the Ball Lightning...
Oh wow, they got a +1 minion helm, by the way.
Oh, wow. I was struggling so hard for a +2 this thing.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, back to caster cam. If I remember how to do this correctly. There we go. Alright, Teddy. So, Teddy will be re-specking soon or now? Let's take a look.
We are also nearing the end of the cast for today. 8 hours have already passed. The last few hours went really fast, actually. We'll look a little bit more and then we'll do a little bit of a wrap up.
Ah, Teddy's just like relishing, I think, in the.
This is re-watching it.
Yeah, I suppose he's been doing lab for a while. 75
Wait,
labs
he did
done.
that while like AFK in lab. That's scary. But he is still farming lab.
I think it's because he's like 20, 30 levels above. So I guess he's going from multiple gems, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe. Wonder what else he's going for.
Khan Katava.
Oh, gem quality. So now he's kind of quality to 20.
Yeah, it's really big, right? That makes sense.
What is the quality on that gem? Because I don't know either.
I've had to relearn everything, so I have no idea.
Oh, you overrode it. Cooldown recovery. Ah. Very nice. Very nice. And a skirmish quiver. Hey, he has a divine orb on Ben. Is that his second or his first? You'll see a lot of like very fast inventory management and stuff.
Khan did Katava easily. Easily.
Oh, yeah. Even rocking the face cam.
He was doing the second shift of the cast. Unfortunately, this is not a 24-hour cast, so
Yeah,
we'll be coming back tomorrow
there
at
is no
5
second
PM.
shift.
So that's...
Yeah, we'll be starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. and then we'll be going over like clips and highlights, explaining what was happening and stuff while we were asleep. And yeah, there will be a lot to talk about then. 49-hour cast. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this is both our first time casting. So hopefully we did a adequate job and you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. So the next cast will be 13 hours from now.
Yeah.
So
correct.
we'll get some sleep, we'll wake up, we'll compile some, what juicy content happened while we were vegging, and we'll jump back in 13 hours from now. Also, we just got a rip from FaZe. He's actually one of the past Gauntlet competitors as
Yeah,
well.
FaZe Plays is an amazing player, does really, really strong builds, so he will probably be re-rolling and getting right back on that horse, because he actually has a chance to actually be one of the winners.
Definitely.
And Vira is yelling at us to go full screen, and we'll do some sponsored segments as well. We're going to show one more ad, and then I'll do a big thank you to all those sponsors.
Alrighty.
Let's do a Starforge ad.
This is a really hard gauntlet, and that means you need a really hard computer. And nothing is harder than the Starforge logo. Whether you want a cheaper, efficient PC on a budget or a top-of-the-line PC and go all out, Starforge has got you covered. So check out Starforge on the link down below and get your PC today.
Awesome.
Alrighty. I don't have any special outro music, unfortunately, but
No, that's fine. We can figure that out for tomorrow. But honestly, a big thank you to all of you guys for tuning in, and hopefully you guys enjoy the cast on day one. And a big thank you to all the sponsors that make the Gauntlet possible, especially Shopify Rebellion, our headline sponsor. And they are still doubling any money that goes to the prize pool up to $25,000. The prize pool is already over $30,000. That is everything, including like everything from other sponsors as well. So pretty beefy sponsor already. So pretty sizable pool and a lot of people. And remember, this is all spread out into the different classes. And a big thank you to our sponsor Starforge as well. There will be a Starforge PC giveaway during this. We'll have more information either tomorrow or the day after. Oh my god!
No!
Oh, that was the faceplates rip.
They can't see, but
Oh yeah, sorry. We still have the cast open, so we got excited. We're loving this too. Well, we'll look at that in a second. We'll just finish the outro and we'll look at one final rip. But that's funny.
keep thinking the sponsors.
Yeah. So there will be more info about the Starforge trip and Maxroll entering as their first time sponsoring a Gauntlet, and there will be like a little bit of a brief and stuff, and they'll be doing a little bit of like interviews and stuff like that, and articles on Maxroll about the Gauntlet. So if you like reading stuff like that, very, very cool, and it's a great place to go for build guides and stuff. And Displate returning, and Steel is a big Displate fan as well. We can actually show, if you want to like pull down the green screen, we can show some of the Displates.
I'm not sponsored by Displate. Well, he would argue I, but I do actually.
He just has Displates.
There we go. Am I breaking it?
Yeah, maybe.
There we go. I
So
do
there-
actually have, we do have Displates.
So there are loads of really cool Displates, and if you can see the magnet here, you just attach them to the wall, and they're very, very easy.
Look, I can make it go this way.
You can make it go every way. Now, my main complaint is that they are not edible, which I feel like would be a really, really good feature. And then this is the new display for this Gauntlet, and we do have the previous ones as well. So can we get a big heart for all the sponsors in chat that makes this event possible and have that really cool prize pool? Because at least in my opinion, like, it gets a little bit more exciting when there's a lot of money on the line and people are like really, really competing for something instead of it just being like, just for the bragging rights. It does make it, at least, and hopefully the audience agrees, makes it a little bit more exciting with a big prize pool. I have licked them. They're tasty. They are tasty. But yeah. Okay, let's show them the
I'll
face.
show you. We'll show you real quick. Is this gonna break again? No, it's not gonna break. Don't think I have the clip. Yeah, does anyone in chat have the clip real quick?
Yeah, so Tatantiel, watch it. The face
We have the
clip.
clip.
If anyone has it. I did see Tatantiel, watch it.
Does still go to EU? Yeah. I'm in EU land. Phase misery.
Here we go.
I'll try to use the tool real quick.
Yeah.
Clip. Blah. Phase rip.
Rip.
Alrighty. Content window.
Awesome. Here we go. And like, this is one of the ones I pointed out, Chevron being exceedingly dangerous because she's pure elemental.
Look at the balls!
Oh, that was a beautiful rape, honestly. It really was.
Classic. That is a classic. Just look at the balls. Look at them. And he's like, do I go through them? Do I run away from them? You go through them, by the way. If you dash through that, you won't die there, but he just...
It's very easy
Yeah.
to panic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway.
So I think that's us signing out for today. We will be back with more tomorrow. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope we did a good job. And casting for some hours tomorrow too. And I also will be trying to get through the campaign at some point, I think. So I think we'll raid Ben. It can be a good reward for getting to maps first. and we'll throw him a raid so one of the moderators can just do /raid on Ben, and he's probably going to be going for quite a while.
Right.
And hopefully everyone's alive or dead by the time we wake up, and we'll have a lot of exciting stuff to talk about.
Alrighty.
So I'll see you guys later, and thank you guys so much for watching. But more importantly, try to die
Less than he does.
I haven't
Not
died
me.
yet.
I don't.